Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to Boosted D&D, the Island of Fall. It's been 2 weeks since we were last here. How's everybody doing?
Great. For now.
Not great.
That's true. It's always not great.
Soon.
We are going to go around the table and introduce ourselves and say what character we are doing, and just also to do an audio check. The DM microphone has gone through some upgrades. We want to make sure that it's not too loud or too soft or anything, and we just want to make sure everything sounds good. So I am Boosted Gorilla, and I will be playing Grimdar Ironbeard today.
Getting really into character.
Which is basically just me. I'm just really getting into character here. And how about you, sir, over there?
Paul Postrous, and my name is Pablo Esquiar. No, I'm Brand Nilo.
I'm Kelsey, and I play Nina.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Carl. I play as the beautiful tiefling, Olive Zadilia.
And I am John. I am the group of gods that last time tried to kill everybody, and this time we'll see what happens while we are in the not Greatwood.
Oh, before we start, I just want to wait on confirmation to see that everything sounds good. Gally says louder on the DM mic, but I don't know if that was just Gally. Make John louder. That was also
really
Gally
good.
again. Can I get confirmation from somebody else that
Am I
isn't
loud
Gally?
or
A little
too
louder
loud?
on John. Okay.
All right.
John, just come on, really get in there. Come on.
Oh my god. I mean, this green wire is kind of appealing. It's strange, but it feels as though it fits.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We don't have Madrinas this time. Yes, I can talk again. People, can you hear me better now?
I was about to sell out to Verizon, but I'm not going to do it.
No, fuck that.
They said louder again, Don. I mean, I'm speaking at my normal voice. Little louder.
Some people are saying it's okay.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey. We're doing a different show this evening. Things are gonna get weird. Oh, he said, honestly, he's heard me fine this whole time.
Oh my.
Jesus Christ.
But now
Oh.
Shadow says good, so we're fine, Don. All right, so now that my voice is a little bit better, 2 weeks ago, since we did not get to play last week, we had some Halloween stuff in terms of festivities with Don. Oh no, dork. 2 weeks ago when we played, we were sailing aboard the merchant vessel of Tuck. Adonides was at the helm of the ship. We awoke suddenly in the middle of the night in a panic as we saw Stephantus being attacked by Adonides. He casted a hellfiring fire blast at her, smoldering her back and her wing. And we witnessed her saving little Pifflepuff as she flew over towards the beach east of the kingdom of Zadilia. We decided to go over and rescue Stephantus. We fed her a bunch of platinum to try to heal her and protect her from the smoldering wreckage that was becoming her spine. Once we successfully healed her, we witnessed that there was some kind of devastation going on to the south in the direction of what we know as the nation of Hoth. We did eventually, after some argument and debate, decide to go down and rescue the barbarians, knowing that the kingdom, or not the kingdom, the nation of Hoth was the primary new target of Lolth, and that she wanted these powerful male barbarians as a source of, sex pool for her female concubines. Yeah, it was a great plan by Lolth. So we went south, discovered the primary village of Hoth because it's not really a large area, under attack by Lolth and Adonides. Adonides was battling her. The barbarians were battling the army of Lolth because the barbarians were not remotely strong enough to conquer gods, and as we soon found out, neither was our party. We went in and successfully defeated a couple of drow elves who were representatives of Lolth's army, as well as a few spiders, and then Adonides cast Meteor and everybody wiped. So we were just laying on the ground while Viv and Suta resurrected everybody with some healing potions and attempted to attack Adonides because Viv recognized him indeed as the man who she had a one evening stand with, and 9 months later, beautiful Nina was born. So Adonides and Lolth battled it out. Eventually, Earthquake was casted, creating some fissures in the ground and destroying the rubble and little bit that remained of the buildings of the village of Hoth. Our crew fell with the carcasses of the barbarians into two different holes created by this Earthquake spell. Lolth and Adonides as well disappeared into one of the crevices. They continued raging their battle down there as we successfully resurrected Wefu, one of the wives of the barbarians, and climbed out of the hole. As we emerged back onto solid ground, despite being surrounded by an inferno of blazing village, we witnessed Lolth climb out of her crack in the ground, coming once more to the surface. Olive successfully Eldritch Blast a god, and sent her skyrocketing about 60 to 80 feet away, out through a kind of curtain of smoke out of our vision. And then Adonides climbed out, and he pulled Nina towards him as he simultaneously casted his specialized version of the spell Dimension Door, summoning an infernal passageway to his lair in hell. He attempted to drag Nina towards this infernal door, taking his daughter with him. But Viv, suddenly basking in white light, rushed forward with a new pair of wings and ripped Nina from the arms of Adonides and tackled him instead into the infernal door, sacrificing herself for her beautiful daughter. We then saw Olive heard Lolth's voice coming from outside of the smoke, and we decided to Scooby-Doo ski-daddle the fuck out of there real quick. And zoinks back to the Mystery Machine, a.k.a. the merchant vessel with Tuck. And we sailed real fast away from the terrible, terrible tragedy in the village of Hoth. We sailed around the Greatwood, came around south, and then arrived at the nation of Endon, the farming druids in the southeast portion of the world. We met Lance Swift, a beautiful young man and a farmer. He was beautiful. Is beautiful. I'm sorry, excuse me. Is beautiful. Totally still is beautiful. Don't write that down. He was, as our crew was interrogated about their reasoning for sailing here to Endon, claimed that they were here to sell dust, and offered Lance a sample, at which he consumed the amethyst dust, and then was recommended by Brand to just go for a run. It was you. I just listened again, so I made sure.
I told him to go for a run, but Olive gave
the dust. So Lance scurried away into the Greatwood, saying that he would help the trees grow. His mother, Brielle, arrived, questioned our group as to why her son was running away mysteriously into the Greatwood. And when we explained what had happened, she panicked and ran away after him, discarding her apron and broom. We then were questioned by one of the elder shamans of Endon, one of the primary ruling class of the nation of Endon, Morin, who came up and explained to the crew what they needed to do. And let's go into the Greatwood and rescue those two people you just sent, or else things are not really going to go too great for you here. They did also offer their restoration magics to assisting Sephantis in her recovery from the damage of the Hellfire. So after we ran towards the Greatwood, which I had previously described as a beautiful evergreen forest, as we stepped inside, the facade dropped, and we stepped onto cracked, rotting, damaged branches scattered on the ground as though this area was decaying and rotting very rapidly. So we enter here, right into the breach of the Greatwood.
And today's episode is sponsored by Dorg. He's with us always, and he'll be watching over the stream tonight.
Thank you, Dorg. Yes,
Does
Brett.
it look like the island?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's a comparable rotting, but the issue with the Island of Fall, when the spirit guardian Iffy died, it became more like a fetid bog. So it was more like polluted, swampy kind of stuff. This just looks as though when you step in, it's got that kind of withered, decayed look of winter. And the branches on the ground, though, are definitively rotting. So as you step in, the line of trees for your line of sight and above you, because these trees are about 30-ish feet high, these trees are completely barren of leaves. Their branches that you do see have this withered, kind of decayed, rotting look, and the ground around you as well. The soil is kind of like blackened. So the dirt of the ground as well looks as though something is seriously wrong with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, everyone.
Oh, well,
Not great.
this is these trees don't look too great. I'm no tree doctor, but they these don't look alive to me.
Should we go get Jacob or the other guy?
I don't think he's I don't
Dr.
think
Jordan.
I think Jacob's
Not Jacob.
He's tuckered out.
Tuck's taking
taking good care of him. He's filling him back up.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
He's got to recharge. He made a lot of medicine.
I don't think that's how it works.
Strange relationship between Tuck and Jacob.
Oh God. I don't want to go back to the ship.
But are these trees dead, or is it just winter? Because it wasn't winter when we were in the town,
Hold
but
on.
it's winter now.
I'm gonna back out the forest.
Okay, so yes, you step out of the line of trees, and as you step out, the brush line immediately in front of you still visibly looks as though it's spring trees. You know,
Step
beautiful
back
green.
in.
And you step back in, and no, inside.
Yeah, this is some sort of magic portraying, making it look nice, but this is bad.
I would say so. This is very bad.
Do we see any tracks on the ground? I'll look for tracks.
Oh yeah, no, you can absolutely roll for survival to see whether or not you see tracks.
Survival. Oh no. Okay, where is it?
The rarely used survival skill.
9.
9,
That would be a 6 for old Grimdar.
17.
17.
Can I climb a tree and like just look around and see if I find anything?
Yeah, you may attempt to climb a tree.
Is that acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Whoop whoop.
17. So as you step in, you see 2 pairs of footprints leading up northeast from you
Okay.
through kind of like rubble. So since these trees are dead, there's not really like any vegetation like there was in the Island of Fall. This is kind of more like a barren forest in which the ground around you is mostly comprised of dead branches and, you know, rotting leaves and logs. But you do definitely see like a, not really so much tracks, just kind of like a pathway of broken pieces scattered off to the sides.
Okay.
What did you roll for? Okay. So yes, you climb a tree, one that is right near you. As you're climbing up, though, when you're pulling on the branches snap in your hands. So like you can climb up the trunk very slightly, but only about 7 or 8 feet
So like stripper pole style.
before, yeah. So I mean, you're just shattering branches
Use that
around
leg
you.
strength.
There you go. I mean, sure.
Use those core muscles.
So what are you looking for?
Just anything.
Are you looking in a particular
Animals,
direction?
lamps. No, just looking in my.
So you just kind of like
scanning.
scan your perimeter.
Yeah.
Okay. So off in the distance, you can see about 200 to 300 feet away, you can see an individual running in the woods
Guys, I see someone running.
towards the northeast.
That way.
What do they look like?
Are they beautiful?
I mean, all you
Can
see
I
is
see-
like, you know, the backing of like a tunic, but it's definitively female because it has long, dark brown hair.
I almost said 300 because that's what I was writing. It's a
300.
female.
So it's not Lance. It must be
His mom.
Brielle. Did we know her name?
Yes,
Like
you
I
did.
know we knew her name, but I don't know if Grimdar
Yes.
was told. Okay,
Yes.
excellent. It's Brielle Swift. his mother.
All right.
Which
We're
way
gonna
was
go-
it?
Northeast.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Onward.
I stripper pole slide back down the tree.
I
You saying-
I sprint the direction. Northeast.
All of the bark is
East.
ripped off of the trees.
Oh, yeah,
as Nina slides
like-
down.
Pearly white interior now, just
Fucking
like
beautiful now.
It's the nicest tree.
You're
in the
Yes.
welcome.
Okay, so you're sprinting in that direction, Bran?
Yup.
We are all
I'm
Or
not
at
going to
least-
sprint.
oh.
I'm going to cautiously
Okay.
Yeah.
just power walk.
Don't want nothing bad in the trees.
Grimdar's huffing and puffing, looking at all the dead trees.
Have you still been smoking your patented Grimdars?
Well, no, it's not. It's not so much they've just been smoking, but since I'm shorter and there's a lot of leaves
Yes,
and
and you have
slog
to
on the ground,
step
I have to
over
kind
the
of sift
branches and like
through-
the logs.
Yeah, I kind of have to sift through the muck, so
Okay.
it's taking me a little bit longer to get through everything than everybody else.
Okay, so yeah, Bran runs ahead and gets about 60 to 80 feet ahead of you guys. However, Brielle is still a fair distance ahead of you, but you do see her disappearing, like in your horizon, essentially. So you can see her weaving in and out of trees as she's making her way, and you hear her shouting out. You do hear her shouting
Can
out
we
the name
hear what-
Lance.
Okay. Yeah, I guess just keep power walking / sprinting.
I'm gonna
slash-
sprint where I saw her last.
Okay. All right. So as you, Bran, are about 150 feet ahead now, you can see that you come into like a small-ish clearing, and you can see that there's kind of like a small shack here. It looks decrepit, and though it has not been, occupied for many decades. But you do not see Lance or Brielle within this shack. So like it's an open door, like it's kind of crumpled. It's a wood structure. The roof is dilapidated, so like one half of the roof still remains. The other half of the roof is just kind of occupied by broken boards. You can see them shattered in half at certain points.
Okay, so I don't see them.
No, they are not in there.
Oh, okay. But so I'm in the.
No. You are in the entrance of the clearing. So it's a
Okay.
very small clearing, kind of like a circular clearing.
All right, I'm gonna move past the shed.
You're gonna walk past the shack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to the shack.
Okay, so you catch up. You guys all catch up. So you're going around the shack.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're going back towards the edge of the clearing, and you can see into the forest again. And you three, are you all going towards this mysterious, spooky shack in the woods?
I'm going towards the spooky shack in the woods.
So what else is in the woods? Just that shack and
In this clearing, yes. On the opposite side of the clearing, the woods picks back up again.
I'm gonna go with him.
Okay. Nina.
I'm gonna hang back just a little bit.
So we're gonna permit Grimdar to just walk into the spooky shack alone.
Dork.
Yeah, I got
He's
Dorgan.
not alone.
What do you think's inside, Dorg?
I don't know, Grimdark. Maybe somebody lives there. You're probably right, Dorg.
It is a house after all.
It kind of looks like our house. Yeah.
Why did you live with Dorg?
He just knows.
He
Dorg
knows. Oh God.
I've showed him drawings, crude drawings. I've drawn some things in the
Just
dirt.
charcoal drawing.
I've just taken some sticks and kind of sketched out. It's like what a 4-year-old child would draw with finger paints.
There you
It's
go.
very descriptive.
Home, Dorg.
This is home. Great, Grimdar.
I can't wait to go home.
I'm gonna go to sleep now.
All right, so you approach this dilapidated shack.
Is there a door?
No, the door is completely broken, so it's just kind of like an opening where you can see that the door is not on the ground, it's completely gone.
Oh,
So it's as though the door has been removed.
okay. Does
Forcibly.
It looks like it's been ripped off.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well,
almost like I told you guys before who lived here.
Probably. Most likely.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you approach this shack, and as you kind of like step into the threshold,
I'm not going in. I'm going around the side. I'm gonna peep in the windows first. Look for traps. I'm gonna like haul myself up on the window and just kind of like,
Would you say Scooby Doo like?
yeah, like Scooby Doo, like, really just, rub the dust and cobwebs off the glass and just
Whoa.
kind of like
Okay.
peer in.
all right, roll for perception then, since we're peering in.
We're good. 19.
Okay. So yes, you can see inside that there's a bed. It's obviously broken and deteriorated over time. The sheets are just kind of like ripped into shreds. And you can see that on the ground right next to it, there is a tiny kind of like smaller bed, but it's got bars extending up from it. Almost like a crib.
Okay.
But I mean, like the crib bars are broken, like the connecting portion at the top is broken in half. And you can see on the ground there's just, a dirt floor, at which point there's a lot of just cracked wood on the ground everywhere.
I'm gonna crack open the window.
Doesn't open from the outside, Grimdark.
All right, I'll
What security measures does this family believe in?
I mean, I don't know.
The window right by our baby. Let's have it open from the outside. That way they can take him easier.
Figured it was dilapidated. Maybe it's broken.
I mean, you have obsidian fucking
I
gloves.
don't want to break this poor person's house.
dude,
It
okay.
doesn't matter. What are you doing? This is. I am my character. Don't tell me how to behave. I will not break their house.
White man in there.
It's a nice house.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back around.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on the whatever's left of the door frame.
Of the
The outside door frame.
Dunk.
Hello? Is anyone in there?
I mean, no
It's
one.
Grimdark.
No one answers.
I'm gonna step into the house.
Okay, so yes, you step into the house and you step onto like some cracked pieces of wood, and you see what you saw outside.
Okay. There's nothing else in here.
I mean, you can go further in.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go further in.
Okay. So there's kind of the bed is towards the left side, so opposite of where you were when you were looking interior. The crib is in the front right corner.
Okay.
In the back right corner, you can see kind of like an old stove, kind of like those pot-belly stoves.
Okay.
It's completely the door, the grate on the front is ripped off, and you can see that that's rusted on the ground.
Okay.
Inside, though, you can see that there is kind of like just some tinder, just burnt.
Okay. Does it look like recently used?
No.
Okay, so the stove's been cold for a while.
I mean, yes, like it's not as though it's been a very long time, but you can tell that this hasn't been used for at least a few months.
Okay. I guess I'll go back out then.
Okay.
Go back outside.
So yeah, you guys are at the clearing.
Oh, I sprinted as soon as I got to the.
Okay, so yes, you're sprinting still after
Brielle.
Lance and Brielle. Okay. So you, as you're running forward, you see her kind of like enter another clearing, and as you breach into the clearing, you are right at the edge of this.
Oh baby.
And you can see that Brielle runs into this mysterious building.
Oh boy. Well, as she runs in, I'm gonna shout her name. Brielle, wait.
Okay, so I mean, she just kind of like, I can't, he went in!
Oh jeez. Okay. So I'll walk toward it.
Okay, so you're walking towards, you and Nina and Olive, power walking after Bran.
Yeah. All right. So we're here now where he is?
Yes, you can
Okay.
catch up.
Or mustard.
Okay.
It's so funny with
You
your dad
bitch!
joke.
I think we should investigate the area. Like, he's going in there. We should go, but on the side of this building and see if there's anything behind that we can check, if there's any windows or anything.
I'll go on one side, you go on the other.
Yeah.
But I think we can see. There's no window.
Oh, look at that! Oh, shit!
Oh wow. Yes, I'm gonna run towards the building.
Okay, so you're running towards the building, and
Yes.
the two of you are going to be walking along the sides. Okay, so as you guys are walking forward, these suspicious black mounds of freshly moved dirt begin stirring and shaking as you're walking towards this building.
Huh.
Okay. Do I notice this, or am I still just?
Oh yeah, no, you absolutely notice it. It's a very sincere and obvious rumbling.
Okay, I'm gonna stop then.
It's daytime, right? Or is it
I mean,
nighttime?
yes, you can
Can I look
still
up?
have like some sense of light because it's a barren forest, so there's not really
Can I
like
see what's above me?
above you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a clearing, so like when you look up, you can see, clouds, and it's kind of like a cloudy day, so you can still see like the silhouette of the sun essentially.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw my weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just rapier out.
Okay.
Got my quarterstaff ready.
Dog's thirsty. Okay, so I mean, yeah, you all draw your weapons, and the piles stop shaking.
Have I caught up yet?
Yes.
Okay. So where are they in relation to where I am?
So
Or are we
they've
just-
moved slightly forward.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that pile behind Nina is one of the ones that was rumbling. Right in front of Grimdark.
The floor is moving.
At least I know you got my back. I guess
The
maybe.
floor?
Yeah.
Grimdar, what are you talking about?
This dirt, it's rumbling.
I just wanted to make sure you're all right. Yeah, we're shaking.
It's like, what do you mean? Grimdar, nothing's moving.
Grimdar, nothing's
Well,
happening.
it's moving to me. Well, there was nothing in that house. There was a crib and a bed that's been destroyed, but it doesn't look like anybody's...
Did it look like anything we've seen before?
I mean, it looked like a house.
Okay.
It kind of looked like the shack that we found back outside of Southmore.
The Love Shack.
Are you talking about
Oh.
Jonathan's home?
Yeah, it looked pretty abandoned, similar to Jonathan's home. It's entirely possible that that belonged to one of the Swifts. It is outside of the city.
What does Dork think?
I don't know, Dorg. What do you think? Well, it looks like there was a werewolf there because there was claw marks on the bed. Thanks, Dorg.
Oh dear God.
He's a detective.
Detective Dork.
Holy shit, spin-off series. Oh, it's too real.
It's just a floating skull with a detective hat.
The Sherlock Holmes pipe.
Yeah.
The jacket just floating beneath him, not attached to anything. Oh boy!
We solved another mystery. Just sitting puffing his pipe. No arms. It's just kind of coming in and out of his mouth.
But as soon as we draw our weapons, throw
Yeah,
them
they
aside.
stop shaking.
Okay, so then
Well, you guys also stopped moving.
let's walk
I'm gonna
forward
take
more.
a
Wait,
step forward.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take one small step forward,
For man.
and no, nothing shakes.
Okay.
I'm going to take one step.
And nothing shakes.
I'm gonna run 3 steps. Just
Okay.
It's like tiptoes.
Okay, so as you take your 3 quick steps, the one right in front of Grimdar just slightly tumbles.
Let's move
Oh, don't do that.
slowly.
You gotta go slow. Low and slow.
Okay.
Sorry, did you say dash?
No. You gotta go slow. We don't
Okay,
want
I
the
can-
dirt.
I can blur
You
my
get
way
upset.
out.
Grimdar, I think you might actually be right.
I don't want to make the dirt mad.
I don't want to make the dirt, man. I'm gonna move up slowly,
Okay.
slowly.
Do you know
as-
how long
as-
this is gonna
You
take?
know, as slowly as and carefully as Grimdar's capable of doing, which
Okay.
is not very.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So should I move everyone? Are we all moving
Yeah,
slowly?
just
I mean,
yeah,
we're
everyone's
all kinda-
moving
I did the
slowly.
boop boop boop, so I should be slightly.
That's true.
Slightly
Yeah, you
farther.
did the up.
Okay.
It's a good old buff up. Old trusty.
Okay, so now that you guys are slightly closer to this building, you can see that the front of it, that cracked opening, is the rubble in front of it, as though this opening has been smashed out of it. So that is why there is that grouping of rubble right in front of the opening.
So there's
As
no
though
visible door.
As though this building had been completely sealed.
Oh.
And something broke out?
Maybe
Yes,
what it-
because
maybe-
the rocks would be inside if someone broke in.
Oh no.
Detective Brand.
Good job, detective!
Good job, Brad.
You guys should be partners.
Oh boy.
It's entirely possible
Wait, can
That-
I?
whatever broke out of here ate the family that was in that other house. It was pretty run down, and there was a crib.
Does the ground look like there's any sort of pattern, or does this look like this black dirt stuff is just scattered all over the place?
Oh no, it looks like there's a pattern.
I'm gonna pick up
Can
some
I
of the dirt.
investigate the pattern? Don't
Sure.
touch the dirt.
I'm picking up some of the
You
dirt.
want to pick up some dirt?
I'm picking up the
Are you
dirt.
picking up from one of the mounds or from these, kind of like etched out
Just
pathways?
like the etched out pathway.
Okay, so yeah, you pick up some of the dirt. What were you
I
doing?
was just going to investigate the pattern. and
Oh,
see
the
what it looks
pattern,
like.
yes. Okay, so as you pick up some of the dirt, it doesn't disturb anything. You just kind of pick it up, and when you lean forward to like investigate it, you smell, and it smells like rotting flesh.
Ew.
And yes, you may now investigate the pattern.
12.
12.
You're gonna come up as burnt skeleton people.
Guys, it's flesh.
So yes, you can tell that these patterns are as though something was dragging bodies with 2 arms
Oh.
Which does the
behind it.
okay?
So you can
it looked
see
like it was
that-
going that way.
Hmm
Oh.
So yes, you can see that there's 2 kind of distinct lines that are like weaving in and out
2 bodies.
and like crawling behind it.
Got a
Oh,
mystery on
yeah.
our hands. Got a mystery.
Yeah, gang.
Get ready, dork.
Everyone pile in the machine.
Okay, so and it was going that way, like where we came from.
Crawling out from this crypt. I mean, decrepit building.
All right.
Decrepit building.
All
Good
right,
job, Dorg.
I'm gonna continue to move forward because I feel
Yep.
like this is gonna be bad if we don't bring them back with us.
Okay, so yes, you guys continue to move towards this building. Okay, as you guys get about to the halfway point, the dirt mounds begin to rumble again, despite your stopping.
Okay.
So the ones in front of you, and you can just kind of like peer back over your shoulder and see that even the ones behind you are still rumbling.
The ground's upset again.
Grimdar, stop upsetting the ground.
It's not me. I didn't do anything.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Grimdar,
I'm just standing here. I'm gonna look down and make sure I'm not standing on any of the dirt.
You are not
Okay.
standing on any of the
I'm not
mounds of dirt.
stepping on it. It's not me.
who's standing on it? I'm gonna look down.
No one is standing on any of the mounds of dirt or on the pathway.
It's still rumbling?
Still rumbling.
I say we make a run for it.
Into the building?
I
Yes.
feel
Yep.
like we should go see where the bodies were going.
I feel like we should get the people we were told to get
Okay.
by
Otherwise,
the
they're gonna kill us.
clan
I
of
mean-
druids that
Go,
are
do, do,
really
do.
like, like they can turn into bears and shit, Olive. I'm not doing this.
Okay.
Bears and shit, Olive. Bran don't like bears.
Grimdar's got Dorg in one hand and the Warhammer in the other.
You can't
And he just
outrun
like
them.
he just high steps towards the building.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
Okay, everybody's running towards
Yeah.
this opening?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be last though and try to like watch behind me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, separate yourself from the group. Works out every time.
No. I'm
So
gonna go
you
last
just want to
so I
be
can see
like
behind
running,
me.
but kind of like peering
Yeah,
back
I'm
over
trying
your
to-
shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, to see what's going on.
Talking about like
Okay.
off to the side.
No,
Ooh.
no.
It's
All right.
like Al's gonna do.
So as you guys are all running towards this crypt, okay, you can see that the mounds of dirt behind you, kind of like rotted, decaying hands,
Okay.
Called it.
break out from the mounds of dirt.
Oh, they're graveyard.
And you can see that they begin kind of like these wretched figures pulling themselves out, and their faces, you can see, are still in these stages of decay, so they have not been dead for long. But you can see that their faces, this flesh, is very pale, and you can see that there are claw marks through the faces and the neck as they're crawling out towards you.
So it appears as though they've been attacked by werewolves, but they're
Something's-
reanimated.
Reanimating.
Oh, good. Reanimation again. Maybe Brick's here.
Brick.
Yeah. He was
Brick's-
like this.
Brick's
Maybe he's
not-
back.
Tap the hammer.
Ho ho!
Brick's fine.
Fine.
Brick's fine.
Oh, poor Brick.
How many of them are there?
You can see 4 bodies, and they are crawling on their bellies towards you as you're running towards this crypt.
Should I shoot it?
I got this. At least one of them. I'm gonna pull out the trident that I've used exactly once.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just lean back and just like, Olympic style
Javelin?
just right at the body.
Okay.
Right.
So
so
yes,
that
you'll
way,
throw it at the
aiming
closest
so
one.
that I
Give me
can
1
kind of
second.
get it in the head.
Oh my goodness. I was actually waiting for him when he was describing what was coming up. I was waiting for him to reach down and just go, ugh, and just throw a bunch of stuff. And you guys are mobbed.
Their faces just are actually in the ground.
Yeah.
They
like,
can't actually see us.
How dare you make the dirt upset? Grimdar, you made the dirt upset and now you're attacking it?
Yeah, right? This poor dirt. All right, so you are throwing your trident at which of the bodies?
The one closest.
Okay. Go right ahead. Can't wait to see how this works out for y'all.
Probably won't.
Feel like we should just go in the building. They don't really move that quick. We can kind of just ignore them.
13.
13 with your bonus?
Yep.
Okay, so yes, it strikes.
Okay.
These are,
Yeah.
decrepit bodies.
What
it's not like they're
happens?
wearing armor.
I want to
Oh,
know.
we'll see.
It's just going to be in half.
So glad you did your trident.
Mm-hmm. 7 damage.
7 with your bonus?
Yep.
Okay. So yes, you throw your trident and it sticks into like the meaty back portion of this body. As your trident plunges through the remaining flesh that it does have, you are whoosh, struck in the face by a plumage of an orange gaseous substance.
Great.
Would you say that it's poisonous?
No, it's not poisonous.
Damn
But make a Constitution saving
Oh,
throw
good.
Where did it come from? Did I?
within the body.
So
And
it
it
just
hit-
like
it
That's pretty
reaches him?
far.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty far. That's some spooky ass gas dust.
gas dust.
Constitution saving.
Mm-hmm.
12.
12.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the Elf Lands. Okay, so you are confused again.
Oh no!
So you just... And you're just bewildered and unaware of what is going on around you.
Grimdar, are you okay?
Grimdar no longer speaks. It's just Dorg. Somehow my
There is no
voice-
Grimdar,
Yeah.
only Dorg.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Uh,
Where are we?
Olive. Did that look familiar?
Do I remember? Like, does it
Yes,
look
you
fa-
do.
Yeah.
What just?
That was that plant.
Grab him!
What happened?
He got. These two got poisoned once in our very first.
Yeah,
Go around
there
the
was
forest.
there was a plant in the back in the fall. We gotta grab him and
It was
get out of
really
here.
bad.
What's it do?
Confuses them. He doesn't know that he's confused. I mean, he already was. He's just more
We need to
confused.
grab him. We gotta leave. We can't fight these things. They're spewing gas. I'm not staying
Let's
here.
bring him in the build.
I
no.
grab one arm, you grab the other arm, and you guide
I'm gonna
us.
check. I'll check out the building.
Okay.
Where are we going?
We're
We're going on a fun adventure.
Oh!
All right.
Grimdar's mouth is not moving. It's just Dorg. He's doing,
Ventriloquist.
he's doing a really bad ventriloquist puppet.
Hold it. Just
All right.
hold it.
Woo!
You guys.
Oh boy!
Okay. So you guys step over this rubble that is at the base of the entrance of this area. And as you step in, you are in a small kind of like hexagon-shaped room. And there are 5 pathways extending out in front of you.
Is there anything that distinguishes any
Nope.
of the pathways?
All these pathways are absolutely identical.
It's a maze, bitches!
Bitches.
And I'm glad we confused Grimdar before it.
I don't think Grimdar was going to be very helpful in a maze, to be honest. I'm not sure it was going to really make that much of a difference.
Amazing.
Hey!
Oh. So when I look back, now that
Mhm.
we're all in, are they still crawling toward us?
No, they are not.
Okay, that's good.
The bodies are actually crawling back towards their dirt mounds.
Can I just run out again real quick to see if they...
Just come back. Just like step in and out. In and out, in and out.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Yeah, you run back out and they turn and like, "Brrr,"
I go, and then run back in.
and then they just crawl at you, and then one of them
I ran back in already.
spits at you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Good
like,
night.
Constitution.
It doesn't matter. It's a 2. Good night.
Oh yeah, no, good night.
Good
You're
night.
confused as shit.
Oh no.
So you just like stop in the threshold and it's like covering your face. So you two can see
Don't.
that there's just kind of like an orange like colored spit all over Nina's face.
Wait.
Does it actually look like spit?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like they spit in your face.
I'm being dirty.
You taunted them and they spit in your fucking face.
Nina, are you all right?
Ooga booga.
Okay, I grab Nina and bring her inside.
Yeah, you don't look great.
We're right. I'm like doing this, having like
Not again.
memory.
Okay, Olive, don't go out there.
Oh no, I won't. Don't worry.
If I had any bananas.
Wait. I have something that might help.
You got any panacea potions?
Yes, I do. But I have only one.
Uh-huh.
I only have one. Who should we give it to?
Oh, hi, Grimdar.
Should we
And
give it to
I
Nina?
wave
I
at
feel
Dork.
like Nina might actually.
I mean, Grimdar isn't behaving much differently.
You're right. Let's give it to Nina. I'm gonna give. No, she won't drink it unless I
Gotta
convince
force her.
her that it's a tasty drink.
Yeah.
That her mom gave her.
I just come over and start like twirling your hair. Oh, this is pretty.
She's touching me. She's touching my hair.
Help.
Just give her the drink. Don't physically give it to her. You know, just
Open your mouth.
Why?
I have a tasty drink for you. It's delicious.
I
And I'm
don't-
just like, it's so good.
Roll for deception.
Oh, that's fine. I am
Very good at that.
very good at that. Please don't get a 1. 11.
11. You have to roll for insight. You have disadvantage because you're confused.
What do I do? Oh, now they're both high. 14
14, and what was the other
plus
roll?
5.
What was the other roll?
16. So,
So yeah. Nope, she doesn't believe you.
Suck it, bitch!
Here, Bran, you try some. It's really good.
wow, this is great, Nina. You should try it.
You still don't believe it.
That doesn't look good.
Yeah, what
Shut up,
Grimdar
Dorg.
said.
Slap it.
Grimdar pulls it out of the way. You
I
can't.
just grab
can
him.
you?
Yeah.
and I
Are you
start
sure you're
rubbing
quick
him.
enough?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if I'm confused.
Should
Grimdar
we-
protects Dorg.
Should we just try to give him the actual panacea?
Grimdar, do you want to try it? Ooh, it's good.
It's really
I
good.
can't wait.
Grimdar.
It's really good.
Dorg, it's delicious.
I mean, you can do whatever you want with Grimdar. Dorg is talking.
Dorg, it's delicious. Should I kind of like?
All right,
Okay.
hold him.
No. I'm gonna
And
just.
you dump it in Dorg's mouth instead.
That's what I was gonna say. If you give it to him, I'm 100% making you
Yeah,
roll.
no, I was not handing it to him.
I'm gonna
For
try to,
you
I'm
or
gonna try
Dorg.
to- I'm gonna try to roll for.
I just dump it in
Grimdar.
Dorg's mouth.
I
I'm gonna
just
try to
tackle
deceive him.
Grimdar.
That's a 16
Okay.
to Grimdar.
Okay. So roll for insight. See if you believe that it's delicious.
It's a 5. So
Okay. So
I
now-
believe.
Yeah, you totally believe that it's delicious.
It's delicious. Here you go. And I'm gonna
Drink it, Grimdar.
open your mouth. And I'm just
Oh.
dumping it.
Anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit.
You are alleviated of your confusion.
Well,
I feel much no.
Grimdar, are you okay?
Yeah, I feel great. What's the problem?
Nothing.
Did you
Don't
notice
worry.
anything different?
We're inside.
Yeah.
Need-
Don't
okay.
go back outside.
Don. Oh, Don.
I'm just like, I'm just twirling.
Grimdar.
Yeah.
Remember that plant?
Grimdar just pulls out a cigar. He just happens to have.
I'm just twirling around going, la,
Do you remember the plant from when our first adventure?
Yeah, you tried to feed it bananas and it didn't want them.
Okay, so
Sure.
that effect that you
Threw
guys,
bananas at
you know, the time when you jumped in that pool of blood. Remember the time you jumped in the pool of blood? You were confused.
Oh yeah,
at
that,
the time?
that took
Yeah,
days to
both
get off.
of you guys. Yeah, she's having that same effect.
Oh boy.
Just boops his nose. Oh my!
We don't have any. Do you have anything? Panacea of some sorts.
I don't know, according to my calculations. What about you, Dorg?
Check the old sheet.
I don't got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna have to.
Tie a rope around Nina.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Because
Come here, we're gonna play a game. No, we're gonna play a game. It's a game.
I start like rubbing myself up against the walls.
What else is in this room right now?
I'm gonna
that's
tie.
sexy?
Okay. So you guys are in a marble room.
Okay.
So this is comprised of marble, and it's 5 pathways out ahead of you. So 2, 1, 2.
I'm like trying to scrape myself up the wall.
Climb it. Okay. So yeah, the area is kind of like a dome above you,
Is
where
it
it
lit?
opens up about 15 feet.
Or dark?
No, nothing in here is lit.
It's lit.
Right, listen.
Fucking shit.
So wait, with our dark vision, can we see anything?
Yes. I mean, you can see that it's marble walls, and you can see like a little bit into each of the hallways, but all of them look identical as they
Anything on
stretch
the wall?
outwards.
Like etchings
Nope.
or- Okay.
Not in the beginnings of here. No.
I like crawl over to you and like grab your tail and I'm like, ooh, what's this? And I start pulling at it. Oh, I almost
Help
dropped
me.
this.
Actually confused.
I'm just
Nina,
like, I'm
Nina,
just
put
like-
your hands up. We're gonna dance. I'm gonna make a lasso, and I'm gonna swing it around and throw it so it slides down like halfway down her waist, and then
Cinch it.
Cinch it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, make an acrobatics check.
gotta do it the fancy way.
Yeah.
Yep. 12.
12. All right, you got her because she's
Okay.
confused.
Okay.
Oh, this game's fun.
So yeah, you got
I like this.
you got one Nina on a rope.
I tie the other end so that
To
way.
you?
Yeah, so that way she can't.
Great.
I start like trying to like What's that thing where they like tie themselves to something and they like pull at it to try and pull the thing?
Tug of war.
Tug of war?
No.
Chinese finger trap?
What?
What?
I don't know if I
I don't think that's a game.
Oh my god, no! I want to
That's
like
just you
wrap
been kidnapped.
myself. I want to like circle myself around him so he gets.
You're like right next to him.
And I'm counter spinning.
Grimdark.
So we're just spinning.
You're
now.
just running around in circles.
Okay, I'm gonna walk down the straight path.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you go straight ahead of you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
pull Nina along.
Hey.
And then wait, how many other paths were there?
4.
There are two that fork off like this.
Mhm.
There's
Okay.
the
Yep.
path straight ahead.
Okay.
I'm going down the path straight ahead. Let's go!
All
Gesturing
right.
at you, so you stop like spinning around.
Here, Nina,
Come
let's
on.
go. Here, hold this key. I need you to keep it safe.
I actually swallow
It's
it.
a big key. It's like this big. I don't think you could swallow that.
You don't know my abilities.
Roll to swallow.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Fucking what do I
What's
I
the
add?
just natural
what's the
roll?
swallow skill?
16.
It's just natural roll. 16. You swallow that
Fucking
key.
swallow that bitch.
That's fine. It's the Pirate Council key. We don't really need it anymore. We don't need it anymore.
Not getting back in the pirate
We
council.
don't need it.
No
need it.
pirate
That's
council
why I didn't give you
key.
anything important. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was yummy.
I was like, what key is he talking about?
Oh.
Emptying your bags there, Grimdark?
All right, so you two are walking down this central path. Are you pulling Nina with you?
Can I look at the ground? Are there any tracks at all?
No, there are no tracks on this because this is like a marble floor.
Oh, everything's marble.
Everything is marble.
This is fancy as fuck. boy.
Yeah, I mean, it's very pretty in here.
I
It definitely
run
looks as though it's aged. Like, this is an ancient area, but it's nice marble in here.
I run in front of him as far as I can go, and go to Bran and like start tugging on his. What are you wearing? Like a cloak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start tugging on his cloak and like, look, we're a centipede.
What?
Trying to direct it.
All right, I'm gonna shout ahead. Hello!
Okay, so you hear your voice echoing out.
Do it.
Hello, hello.
So as the voice finally fades out from
Can't
your...
remember the line. Hello. Hello. Hello.
So as you finally hear your voice stop echoing, you hear far away a very small echoing back to you. Hello, 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 hello.
Do I recognize it or is
Hello?
it shifted?
Different voice.
Okay.
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
I didn't leave.
Oh, okay.
Aha. We got him.
She's helping.
All right, so she's right behind me. I'm gonna grab Nina and we're gonna run.
Towards this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Grimdark just.
Oh, Bran!
I wasn't
I think
entirely
I just-
paying attention.
I'll go
Get little
with them.
handsy
Okay.
there.
So you're following this path, and this path goes straight. Okay. So you run for what feels like about 300 or 400 feet, because you're running for like 20 seconds or so. And as you run, you suddenly come to a dead end. Just feel the stone in front of you, the marble in front of you.
Yeah.
The ground or the wall.
The wall.
Okay. So as you feel the wall, feels like a wall.
Okay.
I run up and just start
Wait,
like
can
dry
I-
humping the wall.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Can I knock on it and see if it's like? Can I like knock on that and like knock on like another wall and see if it's
Yes.
a difference?
Do I
Okay.
see anything on the walls right around me?
So on the adjacent walls, the side
adjacent walls and up a little bit.
Okay, so Olive is knocking on this wall, and as you knock on it, it does sound as though it's hollow.
Okay.
So as you knock it, dunk, dunk. And then when you knock on the opposite walls, it like thuds and like hurts your
like-
hands as you
okay.
do it. Bran, as you look up above, you can see in Elvish that you recognize runes that say the Tomb of the King.
Come on, this binder.
Can I do a history or like stone check?
Yes, you
I
may.
have advantage on that.
You do.
dude.
You have stone cutting as a mountain dwarf. I'm glad
I
you're
read-
remembering
I
your
read-
race now.
I read my race stuff over the weekend. All right, well that's a 2, so thank God for the advantage. All right, 18.
Okay, so yeah, so you can tell that this is a very finely crafted marble. You also know that the Greatwood is famous for the marble cliffs around the coastal sides of the Greatwood. So as you guys were sailing around, had we rolled for perceptions or like asked for descriptions,
We did.
we asked for the trees.
Damn it.
But yes, the cliff sides, they're like marble, like very large marble rocks.
So
And
it's
you
like
can-
somewhat refined marble.
Yes.
It's not like natural marble. Like this
Correct.
has been cut and...
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, this is like a very nice building here.
So this is it says the Elvish runes up here say that it's the tomb of the king.
Correct.
That would make sense because this is marble that has been refined and cut. This is not naturally like this. This is someone built this. So it makes sense that it
I
was
mean,
for
we
a king.
did walk into a building.
I mean, yes, but I mean, they didn't just take pieces of marble and put them up. This was shaved down and shaped.
Also, on the way out, don't forget your trident.
I mean,
I don't really use it
You
anyway.
kinda threw it.
I've literally it's been used once in this entire...
Forged it yourself.
So many epic things
No, I
you can
didn't.
do with the trident.
Not
You-
the trident. I got that from a sea king.
Oh, that's right.
You got it from a sea
Seeking?
king?
yeah.
Seeking, like the evolved form of gold.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, like seeking.
You're still so confused.
I just
Wiggle it,
grab my
guys.
quarterstaff
Seeking
and
pirate
start like
singles.
tapping his inside knee. What is that?
The inside knee.
The inside knee. I just start like whacking him.
Grimdark. Ooh. You feel
I just shove.
That'll help with the confusion.
I just shove my
Oh.
quarterstaff into Dorg's mouth.
Grimdark pulls that shit out of the way.
Oh, not Dorg.
No one hits Dorg.
I
Okay,
whack
so
him in the butt with it.
Olive is the one that tapped on the
Correct. So you can feel that this, stone wall in front of you feels as though hollow.
Yeah, it's hollow.
It's
Did you see anything above
hollow.
there? Above?
Just the runes that say this is the tomb of the king.
So, do you know what that would mean?
The tomb of the king.
Do you know the king? Like, do you know the king of this land? Are you familiar with this area?
No.
Okay. Let's break open this tomb and see
You could
what's
ask
open.
the gods for a history check to see if you know.
You could smash the wall.
I
could.
mean, I could.
Smash it with Dorg.
No.
Okay. I mean, do you
I'll
want
pull out my chisel set
Okay.
because I have that. I have a crafting set.
Correct.
It's one of my basic tools.
Correct.
I'm just gonna very carefully ding, 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 chisel out like a nice big square doorway.
Wait, what? I thought you were gonna say like
like a little thing so you can see through?
Just two eye holes all the way through.
While he's doing that, I'm just
Okay,
gonna
so
like
Grimdark's just chiseling at this marble.
I'm gonna take my body and just like shoulder check the wall that he's chiseling.
Okay.
I got it, guys.
Make a strength check.
Against marble. It's not good.
Where's string? Why can't I find it?
Top left.
What?
The big number that says strength.
Oh, so then 8.
Okay, so yeah, you just kind of just jump and thrust your shoulder into it, and it really hurts, and you take 5 damage because it's fucking a marble wall.
Just ow, and then backs up and just gets right
other shoulder.
Yeah.
Are you trying again?
Yes.
All right,
Oh my
other
God.
shoulder.
So I'll do a history check
14.
while this is
As
happening.
she's doing that, I'm just getting pulled back every time she runs backwards.
Okay.
That's a 6.
6.
Can I try a history check too?
Sure.
Just to see if I
I
can
mean,
find-
you as a Zedillion royal, you would know some semblance of elven history, so it's okay.
Yeah, Grimdor wouldn't.
14.
14. Okay, so yeah, you don't hurt yourself this time, but you do not break the wall.
God damn it.
Not a great history
9.
roll.
I got a 9.
Okay, so no. I feel like there's a thing in someone's pack that we have that could be helpful.
Oh, please tell me it was my key. For some reason. For some obscure reason.
Gotta wait a while.
The king of the key of the pirate king.
Not that I've got currently.
I just like go in his bag and start like pulling everything out and throwing it behind me as I'm looking. I'm looking, guys. I'm doing
Brandon's
it.
going to use his big brain, even though he wrote it tiny, and pull out the book General World History.
Someone remembers their literature. Okay,
that
so
I didn't flip through like 2 episodes ago.
Yep. So as you open it, you can see that the first chapter is elven history.
Hey, I'm going to read this. In the dark, because can do that.
I have a precedent.
No. We don't need it. No. All right, I'm gonna grab you with my scaly hands. Are you sure?
I'm resistant to fire, so I'm like, ah.
All right, so I start reading it.
Okay, so as you are looking through the chapter on general elven history, you see that there is a familial line in terms of the monarchy of the Greatwood capital city. You can see that the capital city of the elves is named Thelihil, Theli.
You're gonna have to start over. Thel.
Lihil. And the monarchical family.
Monarchia.
The ruling family.
Correct. Is Rorona. Rorona. Kind of like Corona, but with a C at the beginning.
Literally, that's so weird because that's exactly what I was thinking.
What was the first thing you wrote?
The elven capital.
Oh. Okay. Which was?
Theli.
Okay.
Lihil.
I can't not.
Thelihil?
Thelihil.
Thelihil. Okay.
Oh, dude, good thing you guys didn't play with me when I played Azir. I used to scream Sharima.
Oh no. Okay. You can also see that there is in here a page describing the first king of the elves. It does not say a name within here because this is not covering ancient history of the elves, but it does say that this first king was the one to establish and build Thelihil and the one to unite the primitive tribes of elves.
Oh, well, that's going on.
Okay.
I'm still chiseling, but
Yes,
I've
sir.
only really chiseled like a small hole for us to crawl through,
Okay.
and I'm gonna make like an X
Okay.
that goes through the center, and then I'm gonna put my chisel in the last spot and just crack it into 4 perfectly triangular pieces,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hand one to each of you two. This is fine marble, and this is like smooth. Like I did this
Oh,
perfectly.
can I have a piece?
She's gonna start.
I'm
doing
gonna save it for you. I'll keep it safe.
I
Okay,
try
I'm
to
gonna
take it.
Are you gonna try to take it?
Yes.
Okay. You have to make. No, you're making an attack roll and you're making an acrobatics check
Okay, so 16.
or a dexterity saving throw. Sorry.
Well, crit fail. So
So yeah, she just snatches it real fast out of your hand.
Mine.
Marble.
You give me a triangular piece of
Yes.
fine.
yes, triangular piece of fine.
As I'm
marble.
flipping through, you give it to me. I just like toss it in my sack. And keep
Okay.
going.
I'm gonna pick up all the shit that Nina threw all over the floor.
All right, so you pick up all your belongings of
Yeah.
your backpack and pack them back up. And yes, there is a hole, kind of like a half circle carved out of this marble on the ground.
It's a square.
Oh, hole.
square?
And I
Sorry.
start,
It
like,
has to have been
crawling
for it to
through
make
it.
triangles. Yeah.
Yes. So you can crawl, and when you're on your knees, you can see through. It kind of opens up into what appears like a large, opened hexagon room.
What do you think, Bran?
Fine marble cutting,
Oh,
Grimgar.
thank you. Thank you.
Fine.
This might sell for a.
So I still so we all crawl through, right?
And you find yourself in a hexagon room.
Okay. Does it look exactly like the previous room?
Yes, it does, and it has 5 openings as well.
Okay. I'm gonna continue to flip through.
Okay, so you're reading more of this ancient history.
Yep.
Okay, so as you are reading this ancient history, you start to see that it goes heavily into detail into the early era of the Rorona monarchy and their ancient wars with the lizard folk. It describes how hundreds of years ago that the rebel lands were adjacent to the portions of the Greatwood, and that the lizard folk were the primary enemy of the elves of the Greatwood. The lizard folk also occupied the tropical area in the center of the continent that eventually became the Island of Fall. So the lizard folk and the elves were at war for some time. Then, as you continue reading, you can see that there is a few chapters later descriptions of some small, horrific-looking gray bearded beasts that emerged from caverns beneath the land.
Great bearded beasts.
Gray, bearded, short, beastly people who they described as scum emerging out of caves trying to take over areas of the Greatwood.
Okay.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. They said they were covered in dust and ash, and that they had long beards and carried hammers.
Just look at Grimdar while I'm flipping through.
Looks like an ashy version of Grimdar.
Just kind of like with my finger.
Yes,
check.
there is a primitive
Check.
pencil sketch in terms of it's definitively a dwarf.
It's Graham Dar.
Grimdar.
And you can see that they began wars with the Greatwood elves about 500 years
Oh,
ago.
I'm sorry. Who began? Who began the war?
They're called the Grey Dwarves.
No. Who started it?
Oh, who started it?
Yeah, who started it?
The Grey Dwarves.
Okay, dwarves started the war.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they emerged from out of their caves in areas of the Greatwood, occupied by... Oh, there's a cat.
Which one?
Smaug.
Oh. How did he... Sarah, we might need you for Smaug removal.
Smaug.
But yes, they're...
You didn't shut the door. If you don't pull it all the way shut, he can get it open.
Yes, the
Smart-ass
Grey
cat,
Dwarves
right?
started the war with the elves as they emerged from these subterranean areas into the Greatwood and began attempting to take over the Greatwood, specifically because they were questing for this marble.
Okay, just kind of mother piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Keep going.
And then you see a portion that describes the death of the first king.
Ooh, that
Yes.
sounds interesting.
Yes!
I will read that
It
section.
conveniently does. So it describes the death of the first king as an event that shook the status of the capital of Thelahill. The first king successfully ruled over the monarchy for about 400 years before, in his old age, he crowned his heir and disappeared. No one knows what happened to the first king, nor where he was buried, but the heir successfully eventually took over the kingdom and continued rulership for the Rorona family.
Okay. Does it go further, or is that the end?
No,
The Elven.
you can know that the heir's name is Galan, Galan. Correct.
M or N?
N.
N.
Mems.
Those haven't been invented yet.
I said M&M's.
Oh, okay.
The final pass that you can see that describes the history of the elves is the continued lineage of the elven nation. So you can see that after Galan ruled for about 200 more years, then came the third king, the one who is the current ruler, whose name is Arlend. Arlend. And he has been the king for about 300 years.
He's old.
Yes, he is.
So as I was reading it and you were explaining it, I was explaining it to them.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'll just explain it all.
Okay, so you explain the
gonna leave out the
history of the
dwarf
Grey
part.
Dwarves as they emerged from the subterranean caverns beneath the Greatwood and waged war with the elves for centuries.
Never heard of him.
Your kind sucks.
You can't compare us to the Grey Dwarves. I know nothing of them.
It's almost like you weirdly described them that one time when you said that there was a subsect of dwarves who lived below ground.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Can I do a
That was Dork just
memory
talking.
memory
You
check?
remembered you talked about us.
Memory check?
Yes.
3. Grimdar does not remember. But Dorg, let's see if Dorg remembers.
Dorg might remember.
Second rolls.
10.
Dorg
maybe remembers.
Dorg remembers.
Dork.
Dorg
Yeah,
remembers.
Grimdar, remember the subsect of the dwarves that you talked about before. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Dorg.
You're right.
I was one of those gray dwarves.
It's okay, Dorg.
I have a question.
Well, this skull isn't even Dorg. It's a human skull.
Is he legitimately insane now? Because he's just got a second roll on that.
I mean, he's moderately insane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
boy.
got a little bit of like a psychotic split in terms of his personality between him and Dorg.
Bless you.
Oh God. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. I mean, that could be useful.
Okay, so yes, you are standing in this room in which it is hexagon shaped, very similar to the first room, and there are 5 pathways extending out from you again.
Oh,
Guys,
I like this one, and I go to the one all the way to the right.
All the way to the right?
Yeah. And I just start like marching forward.
Well, you have to pull Grimdar, so you have to make a strength saving throw to see if you can pull
Fucking do
Grimdar.
it, bitch. Nat fucking
Oh, and it's at 19. Ooh.
Okay.
Damn it.
So she's pulling you, but like slowly because
Sure.
you're strong.
So which way are we
So,
going?
like,
Mine is higher than
one all
20
the way
if
to
you
the
add
right.
my bonus,
Nope.
but it's not 20. So it
That
doesn't matter.
20s are bullshit.
so the doorway to the right.
The doorway to the right.
I'm kind
need
of
to write
snickering.
this
I'm like,
down.
Grimdar, are you really?
Yes, you
Grimdar, are
do.
you really gonna let her pull you?
This is a maze,
Uh-huh.
and it's
Okay,
a
so we
puzzle,
went-
and it's
Uh-huh.
gonna fuck us.
Uh-huh.
What was the first door we went in?
We went to the middle.
Okay.
Move straight in the middle.
So middle,
Room 2, all the way to the right.
right.
You know, we're gonna try to escape out like Star Fox style at the end of the levels, and just try to.
Actually, I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting left to right. Easier.
Okay, whatever.
1
for
and
you.
then 5.
I'm gonna let you guys handle that. So I'm snickering at Grimdar, and as I'll close the book and put it away, and as she's pulling him away, I'm gonna go down the straight path.
Oh, you're putting the book away?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait.
God damn
We're
it.
splitting up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going
I'm
out
gonna go
towards the right.
forward.
Okay.
I'm going forward.
Oh,
You're
you know
going
what?
straight ahead.
Yes.
Oh no, I have to go with one of you. I don't know. You're with a psycho, and you're by yourself. Are you gonna be able to handle yourself? Should I? Would
I mean,
you
there's 3 of them.
You're right. I'll go.
As we're being pulled through,
You said we as we're being pulled, implying you and Dorg.
true,
You
you're
really
right.
are psychotic. Holy shit.
oh god,
All right,
It's
you're
entered
going
your
where?
brain.
Middle?
I'm gonna pull out
Yes,
I'll go with you.
my chisel real quick and
Okay.
chisel like a quick little brick off,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start just chiseling pieces as I'm being pulled to leave like a trail of breadcrumbs.
Okay, so marble crumbs on the ground
Yep.
as you crawl.
That's a good idea.
Yes,
I know.
it is.
Do we hear this?
I mean, yeah, you can hear like ding, ding, ding.
And I'm like, Grimdar, what are you doing?
I'm making a trail of marble crumbs.
Good idea. We need to do that too somehow. Wait, can your scales actually like?
No.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
No.
can you like scratch and like
Scratch
scratch
Like
and
nails
scratch?
on a
Can you try- yeah.
chalkboard.
I try it.
Oh.
But yeah, it totally leaves some dust on the ground.
And I just
Okay.
yell through.
Does
Does,
it
it
like-
Does it smell like anything? Because it's scratch and sniff.
Smells like burnt marble.
We should do this.
No. So it didn't hurt or anything, right? It
No,
didn't,
you're
like-
okay.
Okay. So
I look at my nails. I'm like, I don't want to mess up my nails.
Ooh.
oh, you're such a-
Okay, so both pairs are walking. Okay, so both of you, about 90 feet in, okay, both meet dead ends.
Does ours look as though it's been chiseled?
No.
Can I knock? On
Yes.
The front and the 2 sides.
Yep. When you knock on the front, it sounds hollow again. The 2 sides sound sturdy as rock. Marble rock.
I go up to it, and I knock, and I'm like, "Hey, wake up!"
You knock on which side?
The front, whatever's
front?
in front of us, a dead
Okay,
end.
so yeah, you knock and you can tell that it definitely sounds hollow because she's like bonk, bonk, bonk.
Hey, wake up in there.
Guys, listen. This is a tomb.
Nothing.
We're gonna unlock something here. Unless it's already been.
It's already out.
It might already be
Wait a
out.
minute. Then we just need to find the holes from where it came from.
Oh,
I'm glad
holes.
somebody finally fucking figured that shit out.
Let's go back. we need to go back.
Marty, we gotta go back, Marty.
Let's go get them and go back.
Wow, that was painfully obvious.
Yeah. Like, I gave you a hole, and no one looked for holes.
Olive's got it, guys.
Guys, got the brain.
Big
superior
brain.
All right, let's go get them and.
All right, I'll look up at the walls again.
Oh,
Before
you
I
look
turn.
up above you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually see elven runes again. And this one says, only royal blood.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't share that with Olive.
You don't? Okay.
No.
Bitch!
Yeah.
I'm trying to help.
Right,
So,
okay.
Oh, you don't know this though.
So you turn around
Okay.
and
yeah.
you go back. So you two are just staring at a dead end, and she's just bonking on the wall.
And I'm gonna stand at like the beginning of the where it splits
Okay.
and try to call them down. Like, come back! We found the way out. Or we the way in.
No, I don't want to go back. And I just like sit on the floor and cross my arms like a little like temper tantrumed kid.
And I'm like, but Nina, we're gonna have fun.
I don't want to have fun.
You don't want to have fun.
No.
Remember the time we slept together with the dragon?
Oh, that was really fun.
Yeah, let's do that again. Come on with me.
pretty
You'll
convincing.
Really sleep with me.
Yes, I'll sleep with you with Pifflepuff as well.
Yay! And I run and I'm like, we're gonna have a threesome. And I run.
So I
Jump in the
Baby
car
dragon!
with her.
That poor baby dragon.
so you went to
No,
where
I was
they
at the,
were.
I was at the
The entrance.
the entrance of the next path.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you know
The
I
room
am
we-
in
the,
your
for the,
arms
se-
right
the
now.
second room
Went
we
back
got
to the hexagon room.
He pulled her out then.
They went into the pathway down the right.
Oh, you were just yelling.
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. So as I hear all that going on, I'm just gonna go backward.
So you're gonna crawl back.
Yeah.
All right.
I hope you know you are carrying me right now.
Crawl
am?
back.
Yeah, I
We didn't
jumped
make
into
a
your
dip-
arms.
We didn't make a dip back.
Mhm.
We made
We're,
it back.
we're skipping.
No. Okay. We like lock arms and skip down, and then once I see you, I just jump into your arms.
How heavy are you? Do you have a weight?
Do I have a
don't think
weight?
Yeah, you're like 120.
Okay, I can handle
I
that.
wish I was 120.
Same.
Everyone sheds a tear.
Oh man.
All right. So yes, she jumps into your arms. Do you? Ugh.
Yeah, and I'm just like, just drop her. Oh.
After all that
I take my
convincing-
quarterstaff and stab at your foot.
That wasn't very
you don't
nice.
drop me, bitch!
So you poke her in the toes.
No threesome with you then.
It's
All
okay,
right.
I
So
just wanted
Bran's
you
crawled
anyway.
back.
I'm not dealing with this shit. Thought puzzles, man.
All right, let's go and split up and look for this thing.
Okay. So
And
you
then
go.
once whoever finds the hole, we all get back together.
Yes.
Okay, us three will go down this one.
Wait, what?
Dork.
Meaning and Dork.
Right.
Borg?
And they're still tied. Okay, so
Let's go
you
back.
you return back to the original hexagon-shaped room. Okay, you went down the central path. Which path are each of you going down?
Far left.
Far left.
I'm gonna go in the second left.
Second left. So 1 and then 2. Okay, what are you going down?
We'll go down 4 then.
4.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I like 4. I don't know what we're doing. Actually, and in the game.
All right. So you return back as you're crawling through. Bran, in pathway number 2, you see that there is at the edge of it.
I was
I was too.
Oh, you were 2. Sorry. So Olive, at the end of pathway number 2, you see that there is a crack extending outward, and there is rubble on the ground.
Okay. If I just yell, can I just be like, can they hear me?
Yeah, I mean it'll
It'll
echo.
echo.
over
Guys, I
them.
found it.
Okay, and as I hear that, I'm gonna still look up.
What's
see if there's any
it?
runes.
So it is the same
The-
runes from the first one. So the Tomb of the King.
Prize.
It bit. Oh, the prize!
The other prize, not the only prize, which is me. It's another prize. It's lesser prize, but it's not as great as me. But it's a prize.
I want the
I head
really
over
good
to Olive while
prize.
I'm listening to this, and I'm just like,
Oh, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
here we go again. And I kind of like reach for the tooth, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's not worth it. Because like I know she's alone, and I can corner her.
Someday. Someday.
Just let's see.
Oh,
let's
guys, somebody stabbed Olive a lot.
Let's see if
Just
devils
bloody
freeze.
dagger in your hand.
Let's see.
I
If
found
devils
this.
freeze. Oh my God! She's just tail cut off. I don't know what happened. The king must have got her.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Maybe those graybeards.
I'm in trauma. All of a sudden, he says I'm on him.
There was a guy who was selling slowpoke tails. I had to buy one. I didn't know what to do.
All right, so you all gather towards this crumbled opening, correct? Okay. So as you crawl through this crumbled opening, you can see that it opens up into a hexagon-shaped room.
So, yeah, we're gonna go that way.
So I'm gonna look around the hexagon-shaped room. There's nothing distinct about it.
Oh, in terms of like the pathways?
Writings, anything like that.
Are you looking up, around?
Yeah, up, like kind of like up like this, around. Not.
Oh, okay. So you look up actually, and you can see that the second pathway has kind of like a chiseled mark in it. Not like an X, but like as though something like chiseled a line in it.
And it's almost like this wasn't a puzzle at all.
I mean, there's just like a straight line
So-
in the roof.
As if like some giant wearing a crown or something just walked out. Okay, I'm gonna go down that path. I'm gonna go down that path.
Well, it's like there was a king in here.
It's like way bigger than all of us.
Yeah, like an enormous king man.
Was his name Luther Martin?
No, not of the elves.
So I'm gonna go down that path.
Okay, so you go down the second pathway. Is everyone following down this pathway
Yeah.
as
Yep.
well?
Looking for runes as I go.
Okay, so as you crawl down this second one, you see the same runes that say royal blood only.
Okay.
Or only royal blood, sorry.
I chisel Dorg was here into the marble.
Onto the side.
Yeah.
Dorg was here.
Yeah. Thanks, Grimdor. You're welcome, buddy.
Okay, so as you approach this, you can see again the same kind of like small area on the bottom in which there's been cracked open and there's rubble on the ground. It's larger than the squares in which you have been carving out.
But it's still small.
It's moderately sized.
How far up is up?
How far up is the ceiling
Yes.
in here? Approximately 10 feet.
How big is the hole?
How big's the hole?
I'm trying to add-
Approximately 4 feet
Okay.
high in terms of height for someone crawling. Width, approximately 3 to 4 feet.
So wait.
It's just a skeleton. It's just a skeleton. Oh boy. All right. Well, go through. Woo!
Okay, so Bran crawls through, and Bran, as you crawl through, you see that you have opened up into a large, rectangular-shaped chamber.
Oh no! Why are you getting up? Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me.
Oh no, not the fun zombie people. Don't flip it. Don't you dare. No. Okay, I was. Ha
You're dead!
You've been tricked. Oh, baby.
Can we place just Bran there?
Oh boy.
Bran Krylo.
I get scared and I just get on the ground and start army crawling the other way.
You can't even see into the chamber. You don't even know
I
what's in
mean,
there.
it's
All
just
right. So you can see that this is like a decrepit kind of shattered, broken mostly, in terms of a direct pathway in front of you, extending out from something deep far at the back wall, which you can obviously see is like a tomb.
Okay.
And then the walls are, again, the same similar refined marble. But the ceiling in here is significantly larger, like it's a domed ceiling. So it's about 15 to 18 feet high.
Woo.
Yeah, and you
want this
just...
to be shown, right?
Yes. So yes, you just step in.
Kind of step in.
Yeah.
Okay, and I look behind me. Do I see the
Yeah,
hole?
you see the hole.
Do I see them on the other side crawling through?
Do you? What are other people doing?
I mean, I'm crawling in.
I'm
You're gonna
crawling
crawl
the
in?
opposite way.
You cannot crawl in. So as you begin to crawl,
I try going in.
you feel that there is some kind of like magical force that prevents you from moving.
Ah.
Seems like there's a magical wall here. I can't get through.
Can I put my hand through it?
Bran!
Olive, are you reaching through?
Yeah.
It goes through?
Your hand goes through.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in.
Okay, so you crawl in, so we can place Olive next
Did
to
I
Bran.
saw that he couldn't get in, right?
Yep.
Can I start trying to crawl in?
I mean, you can attempt
wanna
to.
follow
Everyone but
Olive.
Grimdar again!
So you want to crawl? Okay, you attempt to crawl, but like Grimdar, you cannot enter.
And I tell this to Bran, like, you and I are the only ones who can get in.
I was
Was there
kind of
anything I
hoping she
Is
would
there
make
anything
it
you
through and I
saw?
would just be
Anything?
Yeah.
Oh, not great!
pulled up against the wall.
Do we see this?
No, she couldn't get it
She
either.
can't get in.
That would have been great, though.
Yes.
So the two of you hear some kind of like whispering coming from the far end of the room.
Said only royal blood.
It's
on the
not.
wall,
It's not common. It's elven.
so you can't understand.
Yeah, I don't hear
Correct.
shit.
I'm
You
royal,
hear, but
bitches.
it's a foreign language
Yes.
whispering.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what that is.
And what does it say?
You can't make it out.
Save 15% by switching to Geico.
Oh my god!
It's a great deal.
Try Madrina's coffee.
Can you hear me now? You can with Verizon. So, all right, I'm going to walk further in. It said only royal blood, which you are.
You're royal blood?
Not that I know of. Maybe the Scaly Whaleys help me out here.
An interesting name for them.
Brandis walks in. Brandis walks in. I'm a goddamn king.
Goddamn king, where's
Out
the
of the way.
crown?
Excuse me. Coming through.
Okay, so you're walking forward.
Do I see anything else in this room? Like, do I see any etchings? Do I see anything on the walls? Below me, above me?
So again, on the ground, like I said, you can see that there is kind of like cracks in the ground and a straight pathway out from the tomb towards the opening in which you guys came through. On the walls, you can see runes that are in a language that you don't understand.
But is the dome like, is it closed or is it like open like I can
It's
see?
a closed dome.
Okay.
So it looks kind of like a cathedral closing.
Okay, and it's completely dark.
Completely dark, but it is also completely marble. It's not like it's, glass or anything in which you can gleam any light out through.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Bran.
Okay, so the two of you are approaching this tomb together.
Guys, come back! Don't leave me with Dorg.
Okay, so are you two like on your knees, like looking through the hole together?
Yes.
Okay, so as they are approaching, they actually leave the distance of your dark vision. So
Okay.
they just kind of like disappear into the dark. You two, as you approach the tomb, you guys get about 10 feet away from it, and Bran, you can see etched into the bottom additional elven runes.
What does it say?
It says, "Here lies our first and only king."
Did you tell me that?
No.
Wow. All right. Let's get my rapier out.
First and only king.
Another dagger.
And then it says the name Ander Rorona.
Whoo.
I don't know.
No, you don't.
I'm in a room.
I just kind of pause, and I'm like,
You look disheveled. What's wrong, Bran?
Yeah, Brad.
You just yelling. You just hear Olive say Bran, so you just join in.
And I just look out for him like, yeah.
well, do you want me to tell you what it says?
Yeah, what does it say?
It says, "Here lies our first and only king, Ander Rorona."
Ander. Isn't that your brother's name?
Yeah, but it's probably a common name, right?
Andrew's a bitch.
I don't think we can hear. I think they're pretty far away.
She just senses it in her confusion.
Do you know of this king? Was he... No?
Nope. Only that.
And I'm obviously seeing that it's opened.
Yeah.
He's probably out there right now.
Yep.
Killing people.
Maybe.
Do you know anything of...
I mean,
This
so
history.
so we see. Hold on. We what is the size of the coffin or the?
Oh, this coffin in
Yeah.
front of you? It's approximately like 10 feet long, and the height is like 8 feet high, so you can't like see into it.
So
Okay.
it's to scale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm sorry. Would you ask me?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh, no. I don't remember. Whatever.
The confusion plant.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay, Olive. All
Fire
right,
like
so
an
I'm
olive.
going to try and leap and climb up inside to see.
Are you?
Yeah.
You know what? Wait a minute. Before you do, okay, is it pretty tall for him to...
Yeah, it's about 8 feet high.
I don't have rope on me.
Just channel Dr. Jordan and
I'm
I
gonna
kind of
how
like
about
stick
this?
my tongue
How
out.
about this? I'm gonna, instead of you jumping over, I'll pick you up. Like I'll get on my knees and I'll just have you get on my back. And
oh,
just
Bran's gonna
Ooh,
love
you
that.
king.
You got it. You do it. I guess.
I'm doing it for you this one time. This one, you get one. You get one.
One.
All right. So you kneel, and he...
And I'm just like,
Okay, so Bran, as you kind of sink your claws into the old ancient marble of the edge of this tomb, and you kind of pull and lean yourself up and peer in, you see bones, decrepit bones, broken. It's kind of like you see like a breastplate. You see like a skull that's got like the jaw missing. It's kind of like cracked, like open.
Isn't it bone? The breastplate, is it armor?
No. It's
Okay.
it's bones.
Oh,
It's the actual breastplate of, or yeah.
Grimtar might want to
Good,
wear.
good thing Grimtar isn't in here. I say that to you. So I'm
You
looking
would have
at-
really liked these bones.
Yeah.
What?
Fucking nothing, Grimtar. Shut up.
I heard bones.
I heard nothing else. I just heard you said bones and just
Ooh, bones.
So yes, you can see the bones. There's nothing really else inside of this, but it is a significantly larger figure than what you would have expected.
So it's like how?
So it's about like 7 feet tall
Okay, damn.
in terms of the skeletal structure from what you can make out.
Okay. How much of it is missing?
How much of it is missing?
Yeah.
So like the lower torso is kind of broken around like the pelvic region. The one right leg, like the femur, so from pelvic region to knee, is missing. So that's kind of like detached.
Bouncing around somewhere.
And you just see like knee down to like skeletal foot. The left leg is there completely.
It's like you lost an arm and a leg.
hey.
You said it is missing an arm.
Correct.
We should bring it back. Some help me.
The only thing you see in terms of what stands out separately from this tomb, from the bones within, is a single beautiful red flower.
Where's the flower?
Just kind of like resting across. So it's got like a long stem and it's like resting across the shoulder
It's a pretty
of this
flower.
skeleton.
Does it look like it's recently been put there? Does it look like?
No, I mean, it's like, dusted. Like it's definitely been sitting here for some time, but it's still a beautiful, magnificent red.
It's a pretty flower.
And you said which arm is missing? Sorry.
The right arm is missing.
Right. Okay. So, do I see anything inscribed on the inside of the coffin?
Of the coffin?
Yeah.
No, you do not say anything from the inside of the coffin.
Okay. So, can I reach for the flower? Is it within my grasp?
I mean, yeah, you can like
Kind of like looking around. You said there wasn't a crown, right? No crown?
no, there's no crown.
Wait a minute. We should do an Arcana check on it first.
Yeah, I'm going to grab it.
All right, so you grab the flower?
Yep.
Okay.
And as I grab it, I want to do an Arcana check.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll for Arcana.
Oh, boy.
Oh, please.
You're dead.
Yes. I'm just like
Problems.
We're connected. Also dead?
No. Okay.
I'm just waltzing back. Hey guys, let's go. Drinks are on me tonight.
12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can tell that this flower has an intrinsic magical quality to it. So not as though it's enchanted or empowered by any exterior source. It is as though the flower itself.
Put
This
it
is
in
some, this is some Beauty and the Beast shit here.
Yeah, I'm like,
Kiss him. I mean, what?
here. Kiss the skull.
so.
Grimdar
and
would
you
do
said,
it.
What does it look like? You said it looked like a rose, or it's red?
No, it's a red, but it opens up very dramatically. So it's not like a narrow silhouette in which like it's thin.
Okay.
It's very wide and bulbous. So it's got, several layers of leaves.
Bulbous.
Yes.
It's a Bulbasaur.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it and remove it.
So you pull it.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you pull it out and it's just in your hand
Okay.
and you're just holding on to the tomb with your other hand.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're fine.
And did I hear any more whispering?
No. You don't hear any whispering as you're here. No.
Just gonna kind of.
Can I take a look over like where we came from? Do I see anything different?
I mean, he's kind of on your shoulders. You're gonna
So I'm
like
just
hit
like,
your head on
okay.
his leg.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I'm like on fours.
Oh, you're
Like,
on all
yeah,
fours.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. So yes, you can just kind of like.
Yeah. Just looking around.
So you're peering back towards the entrance.
Mhm.
So as you peer back towards the entrance, you see kind of like the silhouette of a phantasmal white essence
Hey, do you see that?
lingering in the area.
See what? And I turn around.
Oh yeah, no, and you absolutely see this force, and it's
Oh.
about 30 feet away from you.
Bran, what did you do?
I found a flower.
Put it back. Put it back.
Nope, it's my
No,
flower.
no. That thing. Put it back now. Just put it back. See what happens.
Okay. No.
I start getting bored, so I just start booping Dorg's and Grimdar's noses. Boop, 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 boop.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Can I see it?
I mean, you can peer in, but no, you don't see anything.
Stop. I start booping the back of his head because I don't have his nose anymore.
When Bran picks something up, he rarely puts it back, so...
I was really hoping you would pick up the flower that's attached to the string, and you're both dead.
Yeah, so, all right, I'm going to jump down off of Olive, holding onto the flower.
Okay. So yeah.
Kind of turn toward it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can see that it's the back of like a skeletal, or a phantasmal image, but it looks as, you know, significantly taller than you. And you can see at the back kind of has like a what appears to be like a cape draping down from it. But on the head, you can see the silhouette of a crown, like a phantasmal white crown.
All right, so I call out Ander.
You call out Ander?
Ander Rorona.
Okay. So it turns back towards you, and you can see kind of like, you know, the face of like an old elven man, where he's got like a short gray beard. You know, again, in a phantasmal sense. So like it's got like wisping white sources extending down from his chin. And you can see as he turns towards you, he has like a regal chest plate breached with the cape draping over his back, over his shoulders. And he turns and he looks at you, and then he just points out with like a phantasmal finger towards you.
Ugh.
Oh boy. I wave.
You wave, and he just remains shakily pointing at you.
I'm
gonna speak in Elvish.
You're gonna speak in Elvish to
Yeah.
him? Okay, what do you say?
Hello. And I'm gonna point back.
And in Elvish, he says to you, "Lizard."
Lizard.
Oh, I can't know. I don't know. I don't know. Uh-oh.
No. Elf.
Lizard.
Elf.
And he starts to walk towards you, and as he does, you see him reach over his back.
Oh boy.
I'm moving.
He
Get off of me.
unsheaths an enormous bastard sword
Get
with
off
one
of me.
hand.
Get off of me.
No, just start turtling.
I did jump off of
Oh,
you.
you did? Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm up.
I'm not a lizard!
Oh shit.
I'm a Leviathan.
No, I mean, no, wait.
And as he unsheathes, I said, "Royal blood only."
Lizard King.
No.
Oh god.
Kill Lizard King!
Not Lizard King.
And he begins just kind of like
I don't hear any of that, right?
swooping.
just
I mean, you hear Elvish,
Yeah.
and it definitely sounds angry and full of like
Olive,
vehement,
Olive,
malevolent
what?
attitude.
What?
Thinks I'm a Lizard King,
But you look like one.
but I'm an elf.
Show
He's
me
an elf, mister.
I take
That's
my
exactly what you
I know, but that's just what makes it
I
so
point at my ears. Elf.
Hey, buddy, she's an elf.
Mister, he's an elf.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ghost, sir, but you know he's an elf.
He's an elf.
Elf.
See, look, and I look at
So
his
he's
ears.
like literally 10 steps from you, and he stops, and you're pointing to your ears. And he stops, and he has his bastard sword in his hand. Name.
I don't hear that either. I was like, what does he say?
Bran Nilo.
And he just puts his sword back. And then he slinks towards you, and he's like,
I'm just like, I'm just
literally
walking back a little bit.
towering over you, but he's only about 5 feet away from you, but
Hi,
he's like
mister.
2 feet above you and like 3.5 feet above you.
Golly gee, you're tall. Oh boy. Gee willikers.
And he points to the flower in your hand. Rorona flower.
What does that mean?
What do you say?
The flower of the family.
What? I just sounded like this. I'm like,
Jesus.
Our crest is that flower.
oh,
Only Rorona blood can hold it.
oh. So then, how would I have been a lizard?
How?
Yeah.
I mean, you scratched yourself with the scales of the Leviathan.
No, I mean like.
Oh,
how would a
you're
lizard be able to
asking
hold it?
him.
You knew.
Yeah, no, okay. So yes, I mean, absolutely, I understand what's going on, but you know, this Ghost King doesn't really fucking get it. He just saw fucking scales.
No, I'm
and
talking to the Ghost King.
bastard. Half-breed.
Yes.
I don't know what he's saying,
My
but I would
mother's
totally
human.
agree.
Yikes.
Human mother. Who?
Oh Jesus. Oh, I can. Luckily. Mara Stormwind.
Father?
Jesus Christ. Wasn't he Varys? Varys Nilo.
Varys?
Varys.
Are Elvish pronouns? Like, so can I hear like names and pronouns?
Yeah, you can hear like Varys and
And
you
just
can hear
names and shit,
Mara.
okay.
Yes. Varys. Grandson. He is my grandson.
Why is his name Nilo?
I don't know. He was born Varys Rorona.
I'm just gonna step backward a little bit. Slowly. Just
Something
kinda
I was
like,
drawing in the fucking dirt.
I'm just gonna start walking back. Like,
You're
this
just
isn't
playing
for
like
me.
tic-tac-toe together.
Oh my God.
With me?
Yeah.
Yay, I'm playing tic-tac-toe!
I don't understand.
If he wed a human, he would not have been welcome.
Why would he have changed his name?
I don't know.
I'm already fucking walking back. I'm
You
just
creep
walking
down.
back.
Nope. Nope. Mm-mm.
I don't.
So
do
are you walking back?
I'm just
You're
like,
kind of like sneaking around
Yeah.
the
No,
side.
I did. I grab you and like you're not going anywhere.
You're not leaving me alone with this weird king ghost man.
Why can she enter?
Royal blood.
Any royal blood?
Yes. It's a questionable security measure, sure, but we didn't assume any other royals would enter the Greatwood.
Okay. Do you know everything's dying?
No.
Well,
What is dying?
forest. Greatwood.
I think he was asking what death is.
What death?
Maybe not.
If the Greatwood is dying, and he just kind of like terrifyingly has like this moment of realization, and he looks at his own tomb. They released. Someone opened
Mm-hmm.
the tomb.
Yeah. It was open when we got here.
Why is he pointing to that? Why is he pointing to that? Does he want to go back in?
Because the tomb's open, but he's here.
Someone woke him up, put him back to sleep. He wants to go to bed.
Yeah, you want to put that to sleep?
I don't want to touch him.
They
Rockabye King!
they released the curse.
What curse? What do you mean? Why was there a curse?
We placed it on my tomb.
Why?
Gravediggers.
You had a flower.
But I instructed my caretakers to implement the curse in case any looking for the wishing well came here to investigate my body.
Funny you mention that. Is that even a real thing?
Yes. That's where my soul resides.
But you're here.
This isn't my soul.
Projection?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'm fucking drunk.
Okay, so but it looks like you left. I'm gonna describe like the trail on the way out and how the rubble was,
I've never left my chamber.
but it looks like you have.
Whoever.
Everything was burst out, as if someone came out of here.
I don't know how they got in.
Neither do I.
It's almost like there's a Scooby-Doo mystery afoot.
Gotta look for red herring. He's
Ask
here.
him if there's anything else in this place. There's a lot of runes.
Is there anything else in here, or is just I don't know. There were a lot of different
All
pathways.
the pathways lead to me.
No matter which way we go.
Yes.
That's a shitty maze. But I don't know that.
He hears you.
You fucking bitch.
I know Elvis now.
Because only royal blood could get through.
Motherfucker.
What? What's wrong?
There's no way.
What's wrong? What happened?
Nah,
What?
it couldn't have been Ander. Nah, there's no way, right?
Ander, but that's
Ander.
Yeah,
That's Ander.
Ander who?
my brother.
What?
Your brother's name is Ander,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
and he dissipates from your sight.
Uh-oh.
What happened? Why'd you say that? Why'd you make him go away? Thank you, but still, why? What happened?
I don't think your brother's actually alive. I think he's a ghost, Paul. I think he might be a ghost. I think that's why he's bringing back the dead.
While this is happening, he's like looking
God.
through the hole. I just go up behind him and jump on his back, go ooga booga booga.
Oh, you're not even confused at this point.
I'm not.
No, the duration is. You're just fucking losing your shit.
I am.
Booga booga booga.
Hello.
Yes, so his spectral image in front of you fades away.
Why'd it go away? Why'd you make him go away? What happened? Why did Ander? What?
I mentioned my brother.
Is that your brother?
Did that look like my brother?
I don't know. Ghosts look all the same to me. I see them all the time.
You see a white sheet, like a Halloween costume ghost.
Too hot.
Every single ghost just looks like that to you.
I just like go to reach for Frostborn again. I'm like, oh my god, just me and her. Nobody else can get in here. Whew.
We should go and go.
Dump her body in the tomb.
Don't fucking seal it up. Fucking curse.
I'll show you a curse.
Bitch.
Cask of Amontillado, I'll write that someday.
I'm gonna go and just go back to.
No. I think we should seal the tomb.
But he's already out.
But he said there was a curse on the tomb. Maybe if we close it up.
What's it gonna reseal itself?
I don't fucking know. Down on your knees.
No more. You got one. I'm done. And I'm just walking back.
No, I grab her tail. Get back here. We have to close it. He said that's why.
I'm
It's
resisting.
why the forest is dying because it was opened.
Put the flower back.
It's not the flower. It's the tomb. It was opened.
Last one. Last time.
Okay. Good lord.
I get back on my fucking knees.
I kind of like.
Okay. So as you pull yourself up.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. Pull myself up.
Yeah. You step on Olive's back and you pull yourself up, and as you peer in, there are no bones.
I'm just like moving my body a little bit, make it harder for him to hold
All
on.
right. Calm down. Calm down. Stop. And I kind of like.
Settle down there, boat.
Okay. So
You're peering in.
There is the lid, right? There
Earthquake
is a
test.
lid there.
There's
All right.
the
So I'm
lid.
gonna kind of like lift the lid a little bit to see if I can see anything
Underneath towards the extending portion.
Yes,
towards
and
that previously
if
hidden.
there's anything under.
Under the lid.
Yeah, like on the
Oh.
bottom of the lid. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see nail marks in the lid.
Oh God, he was buried alive. Oh God.
I'm gonna throw up.
How many? Like a lot? Like a
Yeah,
lot
it's like a lot of nail marks.
Is it mostly towards the top?
It's from the top extending down.
Is there any writing?
Is there any writing?
Yeah.
Yes, in Elven.
What does it say? God damn it.
It just says the words over and over. Born again, born again, born again, born again, born again,
Born again.
What's it say?
born again.
The Bourne identity.
Jason Bourne.
I almost wrote Bourne identity.
Side of lid of
Mhm.
coffin. Oh Lord. Oh, you know, I kind of just make that noise, and I'm like, oh my God, Olive, don't move. I'll tell you when I get down, and I'm gonna like try and seal it.
Okay, so you're trying to pull it.
Yep.
Okay, so you pull, and it like scrapes across the lid, and you
Yep.
crash it shut.
All right, and I have my little flower. I'm gonna put it away.
In your
Okay.
pack.
Yep.
What's the
Okay.
flower do?
You'll see.
No. Oh God. Oh God. All right, let me write down this damn flower now.
The you'll see flower.
Family flower. Family flower.
It's my name. For clarity, we're right there.
Just peering in.
Okay, all right, and I jump off Olive. I'm like, thanks, Olive. We gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. And I just run. I sprint. Holy shit!
So much to
Okay.
tell you guys.
Do you like baseball slide through the hole?
Oh, yeah.
Woo! But wait, are you guys still peering through? Or do you
Yep.
see him
Oh,
running
yeah, I
out?
don't give a shit.
And I'm
get
just like
kicked
all gently,
backwards.
like, excuse me, pardon me.
I'm
So
like
I'm
going
not
nuts.
confused anymore.
No, you are not. So Bran slides through the hole, and then as you make your way through the hole, Olive, while you are still in this chamber, you're just kind of like walking up to it, and you see as he slides through, it becomes solid rock.
I need that fucking flower.
So I slide through. I kick Grimtar, I guess.
Yeah.
I get up.
So yes,
I'm
you
just
can
like-
peer back through, and you see Olive.
Okay.
And I'm just like,
Yeah, she's like miming against this wall.
Okay, so I'm gonna like
We can
stick.
see her?
I'm gonna stick my.
Yeah.
I'm
All
gonna
three of you can.
stick my hand through and poke Olive.
Okay, so you
get
like
me out of here.
through rock.
Jesus.
All right, so I'm gonna come back through. I'm gonna crawl fucking.
Okay, so you crawl through.
Yep.
Okay. And then it does not appear like rock anymore for you.
What's wrong?
As soon as you left, that closed onto me. That flower needs to be in here.
Okay, and I kick her. Get through.
Okay,
Kicked me, and I just slapped you with my tail.
so she goes through, and now you're standing.
the flower in my
Oh,
bag.
it's in your bag.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're standing here, and you look down, and it's an opening.
Yeah, leave.
Okay, so yeah, you walk out through.
We solved
As-
the puzzle.
As you're walking out, you hear once more in elven language,
In Elven runes.
whispering out, still from inside the chamber. All you hear is again the phrase "born again."
You okay? What's with those eyes? What happened?
You see with those eyes?
What happened?
I heard the whisper again. We gotta get
You hear whispers too?
Now I do.
Finally, I can
Now I
relate to
do.
somebody.
So do I!
I don't think those are whispers, Grimdark.
Grimdark, buddy, and I kind of like give him a little punch on the shoulder. It's look
What?
at me, all right. Just
I didn't say anything.
Where the fuck
Alright, I
are
just,
we?
I just turn and walk. Nina, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Are you okay now?
What do you mean? What happened?
You were booping everybody's noses.
Oh, boop.
No, you're still insane.
I'm just.
This is who she is now.
This is me now. I'm just gonna kind of just walk out, thinking about it, not saying anything.
So you're not saying anything as you
No,
leave?
I'm gonna look around and kind of like process it.
Okay. So yeah, as you're walking out, you can still see that like above you is still that single linear line crawling out, like etched into the stone.
Does it look like a blade did it?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe a greatsword.
Possibly. You know, it's thick enough as if something was dragging it through the stone.
Hey, Olive, does that look familiar? What can make that mark? Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going.
Can we just like sprint the fuck out?
I mean,
Let's
I
the fuck
untie Nina now.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, why the fuck was I tied to Grimdark?
Of all the people.
Yeah, I wish it was Olive.
You ran outside and then you came back and your face was covered and you were like,
And you wanted a
"Mom!"
threesome? I don't know why.
Yeah, that was said. We all heard that.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
was definitely said.
at all. Okay, let's go.
I have a sense of humor when I'm confused.
Can I roll for beard growth percentage?
Yes, you may. I saw
God.
that as well.
Just
90%.
It's mostly bad.
All right, excellent. In mid-conversation, I'm like, so what's the plan? Boom.
Oh, Grimdark!
fuck. That's not normal.
It's normal for dwarves.
Not to grow like that. That's definitely
No,
a
it's-
condition.
that's-
Nope.
that's how
There's
dwarves
definitely
work.
some.
Conditioner. That's what
There's
makes it grow.
definitely a hidden reason why that just toughs out like that.
No, it's normal. It's
Yeah,
normal because
I'm
of the
gonna keep
caves
going.
that
I'm
they're
just-
in, and something to do with atmospheric pressure.
Oh my god.
Atmospheric pressure.
Yeah.
Dork's a scientist.
Okay. All right.
I want to keep going. It's gonna
Yeah. So we're gonna keep walking out.
Okay, so yeah, you guys crawl back through and then crawl back through. So you're now in that first hexagon-shaped room, and you're looking back out towards the opening of the crypt.
Do I still see like the dirt and stuff there?
Yeah, you can still see the dirt mounds.
Okay, we need to protect ourselves from this confusion spit.
However, you also see, though, that on the ground, all of the figures that had previously been crawling out against you guys, they are all motionless on the ground, and they are in many pieces. Many pieces.
I run out and look at them.
No. No. I pull her. I pull her back. I pull her back. No, I
Nobody
pull her
ever
back.
runs in this.
Okay. So.
No one runs anywhere.
Okay. I'm gonna step out because I don't care.
Okay, so
Dude, that's not fair.
Stepping out like I don't say anything. It's just-
so as you step out, you see that these bodies are severed. Like at the head, all of the arms, the torsos are severed in halves, and they're all just strewn carelessly around on the ground.
Guys, something happened.
Is my trident still outside?
No, your trident is gone.
No! The trident that I didn't
Yeah, I was
use.
actually gonna grab it. And
The
be like,
trident that I
was gonna be
didn't
like, this is
use.
Brand's now. Sea King Trident, hell yeah.
Okay.
At the edge of the clearing, you see a large hooded figure.
What color's the hood?
The hood is black.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I know
Can you say that
exactly
again?
who that is.
You see a large hooded figure with a black hood/cape on its back.
How large?
How large of a figure?
Yeah.
He looks like he's about 7-ish feet tall,
Oh,
high and tall.
All right, I'm gonna
foot.
approach him.
So you're gonna walk out into the clearing.
Yeah.
All right, so we gotta switch shit again.
Well, what'd you think we were gonna do? Just stay in the building and be like, oh, look at us, guys. We'll
We'll just stay here. Have
yeah, we'll just chill out. We'll be like, oh,
I want some more of that confusion shit.
Kumbaya. A lizard man, dwarf, fallen angel, and a devil walk into a tomb. You'll never guess what walks out.
click here to find out.
An elvish king.
Oh.
Boy.
Ooh. Oh.
It's a fucking big boy.
I painted half of that.
Oh boy.
Yes, thank you for assisting in the painting, and the color schematics are there for a reason.
Holy shit. Looks great.
It's like Skeletor.
And the chest is red. Like a flower.
Oh god.
Yes.
Oh god.
I can't see.
Okay, so yes, all of you step outside back onto this, dirty ground. The mounds are kind of like cracked open now. And like I said, you can see the severed bodies ahead of you. But you do see that figure at the end.
So I should probably let you guys know that the
Oh yeah.
Got it.
first elvish king is risen again.
What?
The first elvish king is risen again. That
That's
may
the spooky ghost guy.
probably.
What
There's a
ghost?
spooky ghost
There's a
guy.
ghost?
Like I said, the
What
bones
do you mean
were gone.
ghost?
No longer a ghost.
I can deal with anything but not ghosts that I jump
Well, I
out of
thought
your back.
spiders.
Okay, so it
Yeah,
turns
that too.
around because it hears you arguing.
All right, and I pull the flower out of my bag.
Okay.
And
Oh,
I
that's
say,
creepy.
and I say, Ander.
The figure just kind of looks at you, like startled.
Startled.
And I say,
Who's Ander?
Ender. Oh.
Does it look like an elf?
No.
No. What does it look like? Oh shit.
So from far away, you can see that he's a very tall, older-looking man with a short, straggly black beard with like gray in the beard. So he's aging. You can also see like his clothing in terms of the distance. You can see that he's wearing old, like tattered gray tunic with that red, brilliant red kind of like chest portion of it with the leather. And you can see that he's got kind of like short woolen pants beneath that.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the flower away now that I see that's not risen king.
How did you get in there? Warlock.
Okay, I thought so.
How did we get in there?
Yes.
It's open.
Oh God.
Who are you?
And he just begins like rushing towards you.
What are you?
Oh no! Oh no!
Get out of the way!
What are you doing? Hold on. Wait.
Don't you know what's in there? And he's like most of the way towards you guys. So move him
Please,
closer.
please, ignorance. No, what's in there? We were just in there.
We're just in there, but you don't know what's in there?
Not really. No, it was just an empty room.
They buried the Elf King in there. But it's cursed.
Is he speaking Elvish or can I hear?
No,
this?
he's speaking common. The entire crypt is cursed.
Cursed with what?
That's why the forest is dying.
Whoa. Okay.
Is there any way to reverse it?
I've been trying for years to reverse the curse.
This has been going on for years.
decades.
Oh.
As long as you didn't close the tomb.
I'm just wrapped around Olive's leg.
Oh, he's a pig man.
So what do you know about this tomb?
I just know that they buried the elf there.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I've been using my nature magic for decades to stem the tide of the curse and its spread and the destruction of the forest.
Is your magic able to help or?
Did you do
yes,
this?
usually.
And I point to all like the
The
dead.
severed bodies?
Yeah.
Yes. Usually when the undead stretch out from the crypt, I'm the one who keeps them at bay.
Oh, this happens.
Yes,
this is
very
a lot.
common, yes.
Okay.
Do you have my trident?
Oh, yes. And he just kind of pulls it out from behind him.
Have you seen two people that were running in this area, this direction?
A beautiful looking boy, man.
Boy,
I don't
man.
remember what age he is. I don't know if we're told.
Are you familiar with the village outside of the forest?
Endon?
Yes.
Well, yes.
Are you
Lance
from there?
Yes.
Well, have you seen the Swifts?
Yes.
Where are they?
Which Swifts?
Lance
and
Brielle.
Oh, no, I've not seen
Lance
them since
ran
they
in
were
here.
children.
We
well,
were-
Brielle, since she was a child.
What if it's not them? Oh God.
Wait, no.
Wait, what? I'm sorry. What did you say?
I've not seen Brielle since she was a child.
Wait, why?
She's a
Because-
ghost.
Oh.
Everyone's just a ghost.
Oh, no.
One big ghost!
I'm a ghost. Everyone's a ghost.
Oh no. How long?
Since I've seen Brielle?
Yes.
40 years or more.
Is,
Wait,
is
Going
the-
on 50
Is
now.
the town active currently?
And
Are there people that live there?
I'm sure I've not
Who-
been there in a long time.
Where have you been? Just chilling here in
Do you
the
know who
forest?
the elder?
Yes, I've dedicated my life to stopping the tide of the curse.
Okay, so
I chose to leave Endon when I traveled in here and first witnessed this spread of this whatever scourge has overtaken the Greatwood.
Well, we followed Lance Swift and Brielle Swift in here because
Who is Lance?
her son, I want to
Oh,
say.
yes. Oh, Brielle would be of mothering age now.
And they ran into the tomb, so we followed,
They ran into the tomb?
but we didn't see them in there.
Not at all.
Nope.
Do we know that they ran into the tomb? Did we see?
I saw Brielle
Okay.
run in.
Oh no. Did you actually check inside the thing? There's just bodies.
I mean, maybe.
Does Lance have strong arms by chance?
Do you?
Are you asking the DM or
Yeah. You,
this man?
the DM.
How are your arms? Show me the muscles.
No, he
Okay.
was like not fragile, but he was not muscular.
Okay,
he
so
had
you
like
wouldn't call
a
him Lance-
farmer's boy.
Okay,
You know.
so you wouldn't call him Lance Armstrong.
No, he would not have strong arms.
Okay. Had to
Lance
clarify.
Strong arm.
Sorry, where
You
were
did
we?
not find them in the crypt?
No. Do you speak Elvish?
Elvish, no.
Do you understand the language?
I understand parts, yes. I've spent so much time in the Greatwood and encountered many elves during my years.
Have you been in there?
The crypt?
Yeah.
Yes, a few times.
Can you read the runes on the wall?
Read them partially. I can make out a sense of what they do say, yes. The elves have taught me a bit of their language.
So there are still elves that reside in the Greatwood.
Oh, yes, the capital is still fine. The stretch of this scourge has mostly been impeded by my work. It is kind of quarantined here in the south and central portions of the Greatwood, but the elven capital is far north.
What'd you say your name was again?
Marek.
Marek?
I didn't say my name, but my name is Marek.
I'm almost sure he did say his name.
Could you spell that?
Marric.
I spelled. Oh. I thought you were gonna say K.
No.
I was like, I spelled it
Just
right.
C.
Do you have a last name, Merrick?
Oh, yes, of course.
K.
Swift.
Great.
Oh,
God
okay.
damn it.
Wow, so how many
You
Swifts
guys
there?
are everywhere. I'm gonna be honest.
fucking breed like rabbits.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Are you like a super
I mean,
Swift?
our family name is associated with swift animals, so yes, some of us are.
Oh, well,
Our transformations are indeed rabbits.
makes sense.
Wait, what? Really?
Good guess.
What are you? I
Me?
just kind of like poke at him. Transform.
Ooh, and he just steps back from you. Don't do that.
What? What's wrong?
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't
Don't do it. Don't do
touch
it.
me,
Don't touch you.
please.
What the fuck?
All right.
What?
Do you shapeshift
Oh yes, of course.
into what?
A
bunny.
wolf.
Oh, thank God! I was going to say bear. I was like,
That's what I thought too.
he said bear.
That's what I thought
back
too.
into the crypt.
I was like, he's 7 feet tall. That motherfucker's gotta be a bear. Okay.
I mean, I can also become a bear.
Wait, what?
I
you
can
a
transform into several
Please,
shapes.
for
You're a
the
druid,
love of
aren't
God,
Oh,
never,
yes.
He's a
never
druid.
transform into a bear near me.
He just becomes a bear.
Are you serious?
Why not?
Holy shit! I just draw my weapon. Stay
Oh.
back!
Oh, I'm sorry, young man. And he just reverts back to his old man form.
I don't like bears.
Okay,
Oh,
so
all right.
need to tell him.
You tell him what? What, Olive? What is it? What is it, girl?
A few of the corridors are broken out. Looks like something clawed theirself out with some stuff on the ceiling, like it was scraped like a sword of some sort on the ceiling, coming out this way. That's why that rock stuff formation is there, like it poof out.
It poof out.
Oh, yes, that was how I found the crypt decades ago.
Decades ago.
Oh,
That's why the stuff's decaying.
This happened a while ago.
No, it didn't.
what if time is different in the forest than it is in the town?
Well, that's what I was thinking when he said that.
Which is why the outer layer is not dead, but the inner layer is.
Like that's. I thought when we went into the crypt, more time had passed than we thought.
But wait,
But that wouldn't. That
How-
didn't add up when
Yeah,
he
Lol
said.
took her
wait
over.
was
He's
Brielle
already done.
Brielle a child when you last saw her? Right?
Yes.
So no, time shouldn't be.
A
Cause
Right,
very
that's,
little
that's what I
girl.
thought. But then he said
Yeah.
that.
Can I see what? Is it still daylight?
Yeah, I mean, you can still look up and you see the sun.
How much do you know about the king?
Which king?
The first king of the elves.
Oh, he was far before my time.
How old are you?
Me, I'm about 100 years old.
Shit.
We got a youngin.
We should take him back to the village.
I can't go back to the village.
Why?
I can't leave the Greatwood.
Why?
What
Why?
happens if you do?
Just what happens?
We can make you.
No.
I need to stop the spread of the disease.
If is there any way that we can get you help?
With halting the spread?
Yes.
Well, there's more than one reason why I can't return to Endon.
Explain.
Explain,
List them.
man we've just met.
You guys are very inquisitive. I'm not permitted back to the village.
Why?
You're very inquisitive, young girl.
Are you cursed with lycanthropy?
How did you know?
Because we know a
Jonathan Swift.
You know young Jonathan.
Yes.
fucking goddamn. Oh well, we.
Yes, but he's not doing great right now.
What do you mean?
Just tell me how you are related to Jonathan.
I'm his grandfather.
Wait, what? And you're only 100.
Oh, yes.
Wait,
How
how
old's Jonathan?
Wait a minute.
I've not seen Jonathan for decades since
It's like
he and
40. It's like 60.
Okay.
since he and his parents left the Greatwood. I told them to leave.
You told them to leave.
It wasn't safe here for
Where
them.
did they live? Did they live and over there? And I kind of point where the.
Oh, yes. They had a small home here for a few years while they raised him after he was born.
Quick question: how does it look like? We came out into this forest. It looks new, and we walked in and it was dead. Do you have some sort of aura going around it to make it look different?
Oh, yes. In order to keep the people of Endon
Oh, okay.
still believing that their
Oh.
world is safe.
That's kind of.
Jonathan's 50 plus. Okay. There's a fucking problem here. There's no way that he's 100 if Jonathan is 50 and he's his grandfather.
Why?
I mean, unless they're like popping them out.
They are
they
rabbits.
Rabbits.
I guess.
Yeah.
The Swifts.
Yeah.
We're known for our breeding
Fair.
rates.
Yeah, that's why they're the most. There's so many of them.
Yeah, they're the most populous name of Endon.
Okay, so these people are still in there. We.
What?
Why were there two bodies? Like bodies look like they were dragged out. As well, because there's two, like trails. Was that you? Did you drag bodies out of here?
Dead bodies?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, it's probably just him, or not. But
Well,
who knows?
A long time ago.
Does this? Do I look? Can I still see the streaks? Does it look?
Oh, yeah,
fresh?
they look newer.
Did you do that?
No.
Okay. So
I've
wait,
not been back to the crypt for a few months now.
those two bodies could be Brielle and Lance, or they're still in here.
But we could
We didn't go through everything.
we could hear each other while we were moving throughout
Wait a
it.
minute. Remember we said hello and someone said hello back?
It was Lance.
No.
It was
Wait.
the ma.
One
it
for
was
two.
a stranger.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I'm sorry I made you cough.
It's okay. No, it's fine.
It's okay. I like when you joke.
So when you said, are you the one that said that we heard somebody? We did hear somebody, but we never found anyone. Also, there was a bit of a run-in, and I just dash in mid-sentence.
And I'm just gonna be like, someone's still here. We need your help. Please help us. Do you know your way around through the crypt?
Partly, yes.
Okay. We went through one way, found a tomb.
You found the tomb?
The tomb. Royal blood only, right, Bran?
I'm already inside. I'm already inside, screaming for Lance and Brielle.
Okay. So you hear your voice echoing,
Okay.
and you're in the first hexagon room.
Mhm.
Are you going down any particular path?
No.
No.
Waiting for a response.
So you just run into the hexagon room and shout.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hear your voice echo, and you don't hear anything calling back.
Okay. Oh fuck! I can't remember which one it is. Is it the? It's number 2. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll go down number 2.
We said it, no. We said it down the middle of the first one.
That was wrong.
We heard hello, and it came back to us in the middle of the very first room we ran.
I'm not gonna bank on sound making sense, so I'm gonna go through the opening.
Okay, and you're in the second hexagon room.
Yeah.
What are the three of you doing?
I'm telling
I'll run in.
Marek to just like, can you help us?
Of course, I would
Okay.
do anything for my family.
Okay.
Grimdar is going straight
Straight ahead.
down the middle.
So he's like great grandfather to Lance then.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Or great-
no, they're different. They're different.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he's still,
okay.
yeah,
All right.
like a great uncle.
Okay.
Okay, so you run down the middle pathway. Nina, where are you going?
I follow Olive.
Where are you going,
Because
Olive?
I'm not obsessed
I'm
with
going
Olive.
with.
So pretty. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to follow your tail.
Oh, she's still.
No, she isn't.
Not
No.
remotely confused. Just real
I
into
still think
it.
she's just still confused. I'm like, oh, that confused Nina. Okay, so Grimdar, where are you going?
Okay, so Marek rushes into the hexagon and he stops, and you're into the second hexagonal room, and he just stops all of you, the remaining three of you.
What is it, boy? From like your blood?
No, I smell rot.
Well,
And
I mean,
he-
it's a crypt.
And he runs down the fourth pathway.
I'm going that way. I'm going that way with him.
I follow Olive.
And Grimdar, you went down the middle, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you go to where you had found, and you had dug your hole.
Yep.
So you crawl through, and you find Bran in the second hexagon room.
Hey!
Okay.
up?
So you two follow Marek as you run down the fourth hallway. And as you get to the fourth hallway, you see that there on the ground is an opening of cracked stone pushed in to the next area.
Going through. Just fucking doing it.
You crawl through.
Yeah.
Nina.
And I crawl right through behind Olive.
Okay. And Marek just kind of like "Ugh," struggles to get through. And you guys arrive in a new room. You arrive in a smaller circular chamber at which there are no other doors, and you see on the ground in front of you 2 bodies. And Marek just kind of rushes over to them and picks one up.
Do I see what the, like? Does it look like male and female or?
Yeah, it looks like Brielle and Lance.
Okay.
Oh no!
So as you find them, you know that kind of like saggy, withered look that
Yes.
necks and faces get when they are drained
Yes.
of their lives? Both of them look like that as he holds each one in his arms. Oh God. The curse.
Does it only happen to Swifts?
No.
Druids?
No.
People of Endon are here? Greatwood?
Everyone?
No.
Just that it happened anyway.
The two of you roll for perception.
Oh boy.
Shit.
No.
Oh, God damn.
Oh, Marek rolls a 1.
They're dead!
What did you roll?
8.
7.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so all you hear around you is kind of like varying voices echoing. So like kind of a cacophony of voices, all different gender, like so both gender, you can hear male and female voices,
Bunch of chatter.
like 30 plus voices echoing and chattering in your ears, echoing in the area around you.
Oh, this is familiar.
I grab my ears and I go, no, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Do I hear this?
No, you're in the second room. You're in the
Okay.
second hexagon, so you don't hear it.
I don't see anything else in this room except for those 2 bodies and.
No, so around you, you can see that the marble in here is etched in kind of like a crossing pattern. So almost like a basket weave where it intersects
so there's-
continuously.
Oh wait, there are bodies
So-
in here.
It's around the edges.
Can I go to one of the walls to have this and knock on it
Of course you may.
very lightly, like this? Like, can I tell if it's hollow?
Yes, it is.
This is a fucking coffin. Oh, coffins everywhere. I'm leaving. Goodbye. These are coffins everywhere.
I'm right behind Olive.
Sarcophagus everywhere. Everywhere. I'm out.
Okay.
Goodbye.
So as you turn, you hear, and the walls begin to
Nope.
open.
Nope. Wait, what?
In
Open?
terms of
Oh,
terms
they're
of those
skeletons.
cross stitches, they begin pushing their ways out of the wall, and then topple like stone cavernous tombs, topple onto the ground and shatter. And Marek just, I'm so sorry, and he just drops both bodies. You must leave.
Okay.
Wait, can we take them with us?
They're cursed now. They're beyond my help.
But there might be someone out there that can help us. We were told to grab them, to help them. Because they ran in there.
While this is going on, when Grimdar approached me, I told him to check. We're gonna check every pathway.
Okay.
But I'll tell him not to go any further.
Okay. So yes, you run to all the additional pathways here from the second hexagon. As you run to each of them, though, they are each a dead end, comparable to the first.
Okay.
It's almost as though this room is the only room that they are occupying that appears to be different.
Okay.
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 So
So as we were doing that, we were calling out their name. And
Yes,
I
and
know
they
that
don't hear.
Nobody else. I know that they can't go further.
Correct.
So I tell Grimdar we have to go back.
Okay.
There's no way they're this far
So
in.
the two of you crawl back. The two of you, as you re-enter into the first hexagonal room, you can hear Marek yelling at Nina and Olive to get out.
From the direction that I hear,
Correct.
I dash towards.
Okay. So you dash towards.
I'm running as well.
Okay, so the two of you run down this hallway, and you can see that there is this small, broken, open chamber, and then you can see like feet inside. Like dozen or so stone sarcophagi that have fallen out from these walls that have shattered open. You see phantasmal images stretching up out of them. So not skeletal, exclusively phantasmal.
Do I see them as well?
No, you cannot, because they're
Okay.
elevated off of the ground.
So
Okay.
as I'm having this conversation with Merrick, I see these.
Grimdar, smash it.
I'm just like,
Smash it.
okay, and I'm just going back.
Smash it open.
Hold on.
You're gonna go back through?
I'm going back out, and
Okay.
I'm just like, fucking sprinting.
Okay. Nina?
I follow Olive.
Okay, so as the two of you begin walking, you see rushing in front of you
Nope, nope, nope.
As I'm running, I'm
3 female phantasmal images.
I jump on Olive's back.
I'm like, Merrick, help us.
And he turns and he looks and he sees the ghosts. You must go through.
I bury my
To
face
them?
in her hair.
I only have a little bit of hair.
I bury my face in your neck.
You just grab my hat and put it on.
Yes.
Just go. All right, right? Yeah, okay. Then I have to go through them?
Yes. Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't like ghosts. 9. Oh.
Okay, so as you step in, the faces of these spectral horrors in front of you just twist and distort as though their faces split in half, going horizontal.
Is there a spider anywhere to throw up on?
Oh my god, I found a new house and you're still coming to me.
Thank God I didn't have to see that.
I just got home from work again.
Ties all disheveled.
Just opens the
Flings it
briefcase
off.
and it's
Throws his
full of
hat.
It's got a
syrup.
little fucking like coat rack.
Yeah, dude, thinks, well, I guess I gotta get a new one of these. Cracks open his briefcase and just starts throwing stuff.
So you are frightened and you cannot move forward. So you are just literally.
Olive, why aren't you walking?
We're not able to get down that pathway.
I mean, you can attempt to crawl in, but
Okay.
you would be crawling through these spectral figures.
Grimdar, break it open.
Okay. I'll. Ding, ding,
No,
ding.
no, no, with your Warhammer, Grimdar! Warhammer!
It can't go through. I need to do this first.
What?
I can do this fast.
Grimdark.
I'm speed,
I like that one.
speed cracking.
Oh, my speed cracking.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so you two, or sorry, no, you are still just staring into the faces of these horrors as they're just essentially entrancing you.
I guess I'll get off of Olive's back. I'll pick her up onto my back, and I'll try to run through.
And I'm
them.
just like planking, like okay.
Okay, so you get off, and then what? You pick her up,
Yes.
and then you're gonna try to get down on your knees and crawl through.
Yes.
No,
Stiff as a board.
I'm.
So you're still tinkering. You've not tinkered the
Okay.
door open yet. All right, you have to make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can move through these spectral images.
16.
16. Okay, so yes, you're crawling through. As you do, though, you feel an overwhelming chill down your spine as you're crawling. You also feel this, Olive,
It's
as you're
fine, I'm just
crawling
like-
through. Just, ha.
You fucking owe me for this, Olive.
So as you two crawl through, though, you feel as you hit the opening, you feel hands gripping your shoulders.
Nope.
They don't haunt you, or they don't haunt you, they haunt you. So you feel them like go through the width of your shoulder blades. So like
I'm
that
getting real
chilling, like,
chills.
and you pop out and you hit Grimdar in the knees.
Then you just drop me, and I'm just
sound
like,
like the knees.
a plank.
Give me that fucking threesome, Olive.
What high
Why
demand?
are you guys coming out of there saying that shit? What is going on?
I'm just like still
Where's-
stiff. Like,
where's
I
Merrick?
saved this bitch's life.
Where's Merrick?
Oh, fucking
As
no.
they get out, I hit the last thing,
Bunk.
and the rock just collapses down.
You see all of these spectral images just toppling onto Marek.
I grab Olive. Olive, scare them.
what?
Scare them.
Use your voice.
Thaumaturgy.
What if I use
Okay.
my wings? Will that scare them?
You can attempt.
I'm gonna scream, "Get off of him!" Yeah.
I use my wings.
I'm still. Okay. Well, I'm gonna scream first.
Okay, so you scream, and as you scream, the ghosts turn and stare at you. And you get that kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I didn't say that.
So I spread my wings.
Okay.
I'm
yeah,
going
they're immune to
behind.
fear.
God fucking
They're
damn it.
ghosts. What do they have to be afraid of?
Do they?
Fucking, I
They're
don't know.
phantasmal images. Are they elves?
Yes, they are indeed. They're elves.
Jesus. Oh no.
Or just flick your ears
Does
at
that
them.
mean that I actually wasted my wings?
Yes.
Or God damn it.
Yes, it does. Okay, so as you do this and they're turned towards you, you see kind of like Marek just disappear from your sight.
She's gone.
Oh no, and then you see like a little mouse scurry out, like run right past your feet.
He's a genius.
Okay.
And as he like scurries
I'm
out and gets
running with him.
behind you, you're faster than him because he's a fucking mouse.
I'm gonna-
He's
I'm gonna-
so swift.
I'm gonna scoop him up.
Okay, so you scoop him up, and as you scoop him, he just in your hands just whoosh, and you're just like kind of
hand just-
holding him by the ass and just oh my god, and he's like, oh,
My
thank
hands
you,
just
young
go directly
dwarf.
into the ground. My
Yeah.
hands are buried underground now.
We must go.
Okay.
My
Get the
hand-
fuck out.
Yeah.
I
mean,
just
my
grab
hands
on
are stuck
Olive's
under the
tail
ground.
and
And he
just like,
steps
you're
off.
dragging me. I'm totally not obsessed with you.
Okay,
you guys-
I kind of like slowly move away and then turn and run.
Okay,
like,
so as you do that, and you are just kind of walking backwards, you see that the ghosts halt at that entrance,
Okay.
and they stop, and as they do, they point towards you.
I look behind me. Where's Bran?
And I say in Elvish, what?
Home.
Is where the heart is.
And they point back to the sarcophagi that are broken on the ground.
Home.
Home.
You gotta go home.
Yeah. Not my home. Your
You're
home.
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 You may take him.
Oh.
Bye-bye, Bran.
And they just all simultaneously in unison, eerily like not like a smooth motion.
Oh,
I'm
that
gone.
is fucking. Nope. I'm noping the fuck.
I'm
out.
gone. Me and Olive are gone.
We're bouncing out.
We're definitely bouncing.
Wow, we gotta get out of here.
Okay, and I just like
Oh, I gotta go. Okay, so yes, the four of you and Marek run back out, and you can see right as you're turning around, Bran, you can see that the ghosts, as you begin to turn, they just swarm the two bodies on the ground. And as you do that, you see that there's some kind of like force, like a magical force, stretching out from the bodies towards the phantasmal images.
I just stare in horror as this is happening.
Yeah. And then you guys rush out and you again breach back into this small clearing outside of the crypt.
We need to go
We failed. We can't go back to that town. They'll kill us.
Or just bring Marek with us.
He said he can't go back.
They won't let me back.
Man,
I won't let myself go back.
Marek, we can't go back either then.
If we don't have you, we can't go back. There's no one to vouch for our story. They'll never believe us.
We're newcomers here. You have a name for yourself.
And we had illegal dust.
What?
That's why they were upset.
Are you kids on drugs?
No, we had it on our ship. It wasn't ours.
I cannot.
was holding
We
it
had it on our
I was
ship,
holding
but
it
it
for a
was
friend.
Do you know any halflings?
halflings? No, never in my journeys.
Oh, okay.
I've only lived in Endon and the Greatwood.
God damn it. All right, never mind. I'm just thinking. I'm still trying to process everything that's happening.
Right?
Because I was gonna do something, but I decided not to, and now I'm regretting it. But I don't know.
What do we do?
I don't know.
The Swifts are gone.
So we gotta stop meeting Swifts.
What do you mean?
Remember Jonathan?
Yes.
Yeah, he's not
great.
not in a good spot.
What do you mean?
Thanks to our friend Olive here. Olive, would you care to let him know what happened to his grandson?
Casually sips a drink.
She pulls out a Starbucks coffee.
What
is
would
that?
it be
I don't know
called
what
if
you
you were
mean.
Elvish?
It's Madrinas.
No, it's just Starbucks, but it just has stars on it. Star dollars.
Stardust.
What happened to Jonathan?
What happened to Jonathan?
Spiders.
Olive?
Lolth got him.
Spiders.
The Demon Queen Loth?
Spiders.
Yeah.
Demon Queen. Oh, that's a new one.
Oh, yes. She hoards over demon armies from what I know.
Wait, what?
What the elves have told me.
Demons.
Oh, yes, she also has demons.
Demons.
Yes.
Like,
demons.
woo,
Marek, I'm gonna need you to say that a little louder. Demons?
Demons.
What about spiders?
Oh, yes, those as well. Of course, she's,
Do we know about this? Do we know
leader of
Kinda,
spiders.
like lean in.
She's a fucking god.
But she was
She
trying.
did whatever she fucking
she
wants.
was trying to conquer the demon. She didn't have the demon. What do you mean?
There could be other demons than just Satan demons.
I'm fucking asking you, and I was like just gesturing like, what do you
Oh,
fucking look like?
there's a difference between demons and devils, young man.
I know that. This is news to me. We fought spiders and drow, not.
Spiders could be the demons.
Jonathan was our friend. We tried.
Was?
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's still alive.
Is
He's
still
our
as
friend.
always will be.
For breeding purposes.
Breeding purposes?
You gotta make more spiders, man.
I was bit, and I just show him my.
Oh, God.
They wanted to breed John with me. That was weird.
Yeah, this is not a prize over here.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just kind of go like this, like there should be a crown on my head.
she Loth wanted to breed Jonathan with you?
Yeah.
Well, what is your name?
Alive?
Olive Zadilio.
Sedilio?
Yeah, no.
And Bingo was his name.
just thinks like, wait. Dorg, is it Zadilio or Zadili? What is it? Zadilia! Oh, right. Zadilia with an X.
So, you're
The prize.
the princess, then,
The motherfucking prize.
Thank you.
of
You're
the
welcome.
kingdom.
Yes. Doesn't seem like I have a good name anymore.
And Loth wanted to breed you with
Long
my
story.
grandson?
Yeah, long story. I don't know why.
She didn't say why?
She wanted to conquer this. Yeah.
Down.
Conquer down. Wait, no, she conquered down.
No, she wanted to no. It's the other
didn't.
way around. She wanted to conquer down into hell.
Oh.
That's right.
That's why I was
Thanks.
gesturing down.
I thought it was the other way around. I'm confused. Everyone wants to
No,
conquer
that's your creepy
yeah,
grandfather.
Yeah, I'm
Your grandfather?
Hey.
Who is your
dad.
grandfather?
I just look around.
Who's your grandfather?
Oh, I just realized that it's really gross if we
Yeah.
actually do shit.
yeah.
Yeah, you forgot, didn't you?
I did.
Who
I
is
mean,
your
it's not
grandfather?
gonna stop me.
Huh?
Who is your grandfather?
Definitely not gonna stop me.
Wait, I have it.
The charmer.
And a 90s.
The devil?
The
devil you know.
devils.
And I just spin around again.
We had a run-in with him.
I hit him in the hands.
He's my dad.
My God.
He burned off my beard.
It's you have a
He
beard.
fucked
It
my
grew
mother.
back really fast.
So it's just kind of dwarf.
I suppose that makes sense.
It's definitely a condition. Just gonna look at
Never
him.
heard of that, but okay.
So Adonides is your father?
Sure.
She's my cousin?
We're really good cousins.
Oh.
Ugh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I kind of just like.
I don't know what she's talking about.
And he is your grandfather.
Yep.
Who's your mother?
Vivian.
Vivian what?
Pow pow.
Never heard of her.
Only one pal.
Oh, just Pow, not Pow Pow.
Yeah.
Oh, Vivian Pow.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that name.
I'm the second pal. Get it? Pow pow. She's my pal. Oh my pal.
Are you okay? I'm like gonna kind of like try and wipe the orange goo
Don't
that's still on your
touch me.
face. Like
Dork's just like, something's wrong with her.
What's that?
This is Dork. Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Merrick, we've seen a lot more shit than what we just saw back there.
Whatever do you mean?
Literally what we're telling you right now.
Oh. You seem to have a
seen-
terrible
Leviathans.
We've seen
skeleton
gods
army.
fight.
Did you say Sophia?
Gods!
Leviathan.
Leviathans and skeleton armies.
Leviathan! And I just kind of go like, la, 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 la.
Oh God. There's much worse going on outside the Greatwood than I feared.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
place is
bitch.
looking great compared to everywhere else.
This is
Everything's
nothing.
dead.
Yeah, everything's... Dude, this is
This
fine.
is the second dying
And I
forest we
just kind
saw,
of pick up the
okay?
dirt and I'm like, hey, plant something here, at least. Like, you know,
Johnny Corn.
Merrick, this place is so
I mean,
much better than
did you
everywhere
kill
else.
a forest god? Because we have.
Oh.
I'm not going to go with we, okay? That was 100% Grimdar.
What? It wasn't me.
It was your fucking island.
That doesn't mean
Mr.
it's
Captain.
my fault. It's my fault. I don't respond. I don't
Dork,
own the
it's definitely
island.
his fault, right?
No, it's not
I
his
mean,
fault.
we played a part in it, but it wasn't entirely his fault. I think it was a team effort. But you can tell that Dork's not saying that. This is Grimdar just faking, like, just, no, this is, he didn't do anything.
It's like not fully in the persona.
Yeah, because even Grimdar doesn't believe that it's not his fault. He's gonna lie.
I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, Grimdor didn't do anything at all.
Oh, God. If that's
He's
not
a
Dork
great
talking,
man.
I can tell.
No, it is.
Oh no, don't cry, Olive. I love you.
Oh, my God. Oh, holy shit.
And you guys claim the Swifts are mad.
You guys aren't mad, but shit, you're everywhere.
Merrick pulls out his own skull. These people are fucking weird.
My God.
So, we need you to vouch for us, because we got shit to do.
I mean,
Otherwise,
Drug dealer.
I suppose I will return with you to Endon.
we'll keep
you.
your visit short. As soon as you explain the situation, you can...
You
can
boop
run
in
back
and you
here.
boop out.
Do you remember who is ruling Endon currently?
Yes, an old small man. Can't remember his name, though.
Just slaps you in the slap.
Yep, and I just slap Olive. Olive, you remember, right?
His name is Morin.
It's still Morin?
No, it's spelled with an E.
Close.
It's still Morin?
What do you
Yes,
mean still?
he's an old druid man. By the
I
looks of
have no
things.
memory of this.
Oh, Morin and I were rivals before I left.
Oh,
I
well,
was-
that's not great.
You want to go say
I was
hello?
excommunicated from the shaman circle.
How many years ago was that?
You're
How
saying a
old were
lot
you
of
then?
words.
Who?
Shaman, how barbaric. I'm just like, well, as an elf, of course.
Oh, the barbarians are down in the south, of course. Very little culture down south, it seems.
I just kind of like.
Your ears just double in size.
It's just like Pinocchio. Every time he lies, the ears get
I'm
bigger
not
and
lying.
bigger.
I'm not lying. I'm just fooling myself.
All right, so yes, he explains that years ago he was a member of the Shaman Council, but he was excommunicated by Morin and the other members.
Why did they kick you out of their club?
Club.
It's not an after-school program.
Grimdark, god damn, I thought I was being rude.
Well, it was less that I was excommunicated and more that I abandoned my position when my lycanthropy overtook me. I knew I was not safe to be around the innocent people of Endon.
Is that why I can't touch you?
Oh, yes.
Can't touch
Do you know of a woman named Lillian? What was her last name?
Spider bitch.
Wait. What was the last name? Did we get it?
I don't know if we got it. I
Lillian
think we
looks
got-
like an elf.
we didn't-
Lillian.
We didn't get a last
No,
name.
you never asked for Lillian's last
Very
name.
Do you know of a Lillian?
sweet-ish girl.
Oh,
She's a potion. She's a spider.
She's a spider?
Wait a minute. Wait. Let's one step at a time. We don't want to.
Did she?
She
Was
ca-
she around Jonathan
She
often?
cared for Jonathan.
Yeah.
Oh, she was a spider, dude.
Yeah,
She's
she
a
was working for
pumpkin
Lolf.
Spider.
Yeah, so that wasn't our fault. That's on you, man.
Yeah, that's.
Great
I
job.
actually have to agree with him on that one.
No, she encountered me on the road when she left Thelahill.
How couldn't you tell? Don't you smell good?
She wasn't a spider.
She
smell good.
No.
I mean, I do smell good, but I
She
don't
was an
smell
elf.
good.
She had told me she had just left the city.
She was a liar. And a scoundrel.
She
Oh,
was
why?
she was out to procure herbs and other
Well.
sources of goods for her apothecary that she ran in the capital of Thelahill.
Well, she was slowly doing stuff.
She did
to,
do that.
She was doing stuff.
But when I found her and Jonathan was a newborn and they needed help raising him, and she offered to assist young ill Jonathan. He was very sickly when he was born.
Well,
Oh, that explains
Why was he
he's
sickly?
strong now.
they've been priming him for some.
He was
spider,
ill
He was
because
dunked.
Yeah.
he and his parents were infected with the Scourge.
Of the king?
Yes. You know, the episode title. The spread of the Scourge of the King when it was first released was overwhelming, and they were infected, and I was forced to bite them to save them.
Bite them. Oh.
He turned them into werewolves
yeah.
to save their lives.
Well, they're dead. So.
Oh, they're dead, my child.
They died in Southmore.
They were killed in the gutter.
Well, they killed themselves.
They were forced to fight Jonathan.
Oh my God!
You're just telling
My
his kids.
son and his wife are dead.
It was either that or kill Jonathan, which their son, which they wouldn't have
They
done.
killed themselves for their Jonathan. For their own son.
For my Jonathan.
It was a bad situation all around. Southmore don't like it too much.
Why were they in Southmore? I told them to go home to Endon.
I don't know your family history, man.
Damn.
They were kicked out because of the lycanthropy.
We were told this by Lillian.
Lillian's a fucking lying
When the
bitch.
forest became overwhelming and I could not halt the spread, we had raised Jonathan safely here for a few years, but it became too great for me to stay with them and help them raise him and still halt the spread of the disease. So
It's the Greatwood.
it is a very large area.
Well then.
I told them to return home to Endon, and I ventured further north back here to the crypt.
Well, wouldn't they not be welcome due to the lycanthropy?
I would hope that they would have overlooked it because of the newborn.
They didn't.
Apparently.
That's
From what we were told.
That's
Lillian.
terrible news, because when I came back and I saw that the hut was, abandoned. I
Is
had
that their
assu-
home?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
That was where we raised young Jonathan for a few years.
What else is in this forest? Is it just?
The capital.
Is there a Walmart? Or
Yeah, I mean, we get some supplies,
Oh my god.
potions. Need some more panacea.
No, there is one other concern here in the forest.
The
Part of my
the werewolves.
I mean, I'm a werewolf.
Yeah, but ones that can't control it.
Oh, no, they control it.
Okay.
But
when you say werewolf, comes the wolf. Where?
no,
Werewolf.
werewolf.
Oh, like Jonathan.
Yes, or
Okay.
me.
Oh.
And you just
Oh!
Now, so did he turn into a werewolf?
yes.
How big did he get?
Oh, he's about 9.5 to 10 feet tall.
How tall was Jonathan?
How tall was Jonathan?
Yeah.
Jonathan was about eight to 9 feet tall.
Oh, he's
Wow.
bigger than Jonathan?
He
Yes.
is a big boy.
A very
Big
big
boy.
boy.
Kinda like-
Thank you.
I kind of like pick up one of the bones. You.
Huh?
That's
Oh
awesome.
my god. Oh.
And as you toss it, he just kind of like very quickly like dashes forward and catches it out of the air with his hand. And the bone just like splinters off.
Did you choose to do that?
Yes,
Interesting.
they sustain me.
Oh.
Back to the brand.
You're
brand
holding
not,
door
brand
to,
not
like,
science
really
guy.
close.
Science guy's
These
notebook.
bones make my bones very strong.
Wait, you eat bones?
I mean, yes.
Like eat?
Oh, yes, of course.
Not just the marrow, it's the actual bone.
Yeah, the bone is delicious.
It's not like, you know.
I start
gum, everything.
gnawing on
You know
a
what? That
bone.
doesn't. It's not important.
I mean, he's like a 7-foot tall man.
Anyway, what were we saying?
Their life.
Can you escort us back
empowers
quickly
me.
so we can explain the situation and not be murdered immediately?
I mean, sure. Of course.
We don't want to die.
We're
I
sorry
wouldn't blame
about
you.
your family.
I mean, I want to get Jonathan back as well.
We'll do our best to do that. I'm not fucking him.
I never
Wow,
asked you to.
so sincere, Olive.
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
You are pretty.
I know.
Oh, so pretty.
Thank you. I know. I'm a prize.
Very pretty.
Okay.
Oh God.
I know. All right. Need a help.
And his fangs just kind of like,
I'm pretty too.
oh, yes, you both are.
And I step in front of Olive. I'm like,
Interesting.
She's mine.
Guys,
both-
hey, let's back up.
It's been lonely here in the woods.
Let's get going. Let's go.
Merrick, we'll stop by the local brothel. We'll get you checked out, all right? You'll
He's gonna eat their bones.
Not in my. Let's go.
Okay,
just
so as you
gesture.
guys are walking through,
Horny old man.
it's been some time. It's only animals out here. So lonely.
Okay, we get it, Merrick. Holy shit, these people are weird. No longer they're not allowed in the Greatwood.
He just transforms into a rabbit and just disappears.
What, Merrick?
And
Where are
he
you
just
going?
kind of like hops back
Where are you going?
and he just transforms back. What?
Are you coming with us?
Oh, yes.
Then why are you running ahead?
It was Hungary.
Can you stay with us?
Oh, sure. Did
A
you?
lot of weird shit just went down. Please just stay with us.
You're right. I'm sorry. I was just a little famished after the ghosts.
You just ate a bone. You're fine. Let's go.
Did you want to know more of those other werewolves that you asked about and forgot about?
Yes, I did. Thought we would just kind of keep having the conversation, but you shifted and ran away.
The people who journey into the Greatwood who become subjected to the disease, I do bite to save them.
To the curse?
Yes, to prevent them from dying from the disease of the Scourge of the King.
How does one know if one is affected by the curse or disease?
I don't want to be cursed.
Usually the affliction presents itself in a pretty direct way. You begin very rapidly vomiting blood.
That's violent.
It is indeed. It's as though something enters your body and begins shredding you from the inside.
Like a spirit.
Yeah, yes. So there's some kind of spectral force just wandering through the forest, draining it of life.
Would you say it's one spectral force?
I don't really know. I've never seen the source.
Sauce.
I make a great sauce.
Sauce.
The 7 dwarves.
You're a dwarven man. Where's my Fiji water?
God damn it. I fed him off the boat years ago, and he never came home.
All right. Let's get going.
Yep. So, go on.
Oh, yes, the other werewolves again. They are run by a man who I bit years ago, who I found him dying by a small pond within the Greatwood. He was clutching at his chest, and his mouth was coated in a thick, dried staining of blood through his beard. His name was Grendel, and he begged me for his life. He said he had a family back home in Thelahill, and I believed him, and so I bit him, and he survived. But a few years later, he began terrorizing the Greatwood with a smaller band of werewolves that I'm assuming that he bit to transform of his own volition.
What was his surname?
Grendel? I don't know.
What instruments did they play?
Flutes. The band. I said a band. Werewolves with flutes.
So like,
Oh, okay, interesting.
If we were to beat them in a flute off, would they respect us?
They would tell you to flute off.
so what are like the downsides of being a werewolf? It sounds like they're pretty great.
Just becomes men in tights.
What are the downsides?
Yeah.
I mean,
Can you bite me? Make me a werewolf?
would you like me to?
What are the downsides?
I mean, you know,
You gotta eat bones.
the monthly transformations to an uncontrollable beast of the night.
I mean, I'm already that.
Oh, boy.
It's every
Interesting.
day for me.
Olive, you gotta stop talking to the
You
weird man.
are very pretty.
Wait, he might bite me a little harder than I need. I don't know. I would like to be a tiefling werewolf. That'd be kind of cool.
I don't think it would affect you.
Really?
Why would it?
And he's just like leaning very closely over
We're
you.
good. I'll take it into consideration. Let's
And
get
he
going.
just,
Uh,
you're a strange tiefling.
I get that a lot. Let's go.
Okay.
Did tell you who her grandfather is, right?
We
You
did.
might want to fuck off. Careful.
He's super protective.
Yeah, he's real big dude.
I hit him in the hands.
I did it. I did real good.
I did it. I tried to save my friends. I hit him in the hands.
Do you know what a meteor is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Skyrock.
Yes.
On fire.
exact- Yes, fiery
yeah, he
skyrock.
can do that.
Well, he is tremendously powerful. He is one of the devils of hell.
No touch.
I'm a prize.
Just I'm a prize.
or
you heard.
something.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are now walking, and you reach the edge of the Greatwood, and you just kind of step out into the clearing, and he just kind of like shudders a little bit at the strength of the sun out here.
You all right?
It's been years since I felt the sun bathe my skin so densely.
It's nice.
Yes.
All right, quickly, we have to get back to Endon.
Oh, okay.
Start running.
So we run back to Endon then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So as you run back to Endon, you can see that Morin is standing at the edge of the village, and he is just kind of like waiting there with a small bevel of people behind him.
Oh boy, how many?
Like
Exactly.
12.
Okay, too many.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all are approaching,
Mhm.
and he just kind of like points, and he turns and he begins to like talk amongst the crowd.
Morin, it's okay.
More, and it's not okay.
Why are you bringing him here?
They're gone.
What do you mean they're gone?
They got
The
cursed.
Swifts.
They were cursed.
Cursed by what?
Why did you say cursed?
Who cursed them? He cursed them!
No,
he
no,
didn't.
He
no.
bit them!
No,
He
he
didn't-
tried to save
Traitor!
them. No,
Impure
Morin,
blood.
Relax. Relax.
Listen, you barbaric druid, do you know of the Elf King?
Of course.
Well, do you know what's going on in the Greatwood? I kind of like...
No.
How about you take a peek through the woods instead of seeing the front?
Oh my god.
Motherfuckers!
Damn, I'm
It's-
done with this.
So, you understand what I'm about to say may cause panic.
No.
We should speak
Well,
in
then
private.
maybe we should
What?
speak privately before you start shouting shit.
But you brought back...
You're the
For
king
good
of this land,
reason.
right? We need to have a talk with you first, and then it's up to you.
I'm not just the king.
Whatever. It's talking to you.
You first.
It is
I
important that we talk to you in private.
I gesture him
said.
over to us.
Just come over here with us, right here. It's not that far away.
The remaining two must come with me to speak on behalf of Endon.
Sure.
Whatever.
That's fine.
As long as the others can't hear us.
Okay.
Oh, they're all fucking animals that can hear us.
Yeah, they're gonna just rabbit ears. Boom.
Okay, so two other elderly men step out with Morin, and they approach you guys, and you guys are about 60 feet away from this crowd that's just like all visibly murmuring, but also,
And I'm just like, hey,
we said no.
How about you just scream at the crowd while we have this conversation?
Ah, la, la.
Yeah, just like she steps like 10 feet away, just
A
at them and just like,
one-woman choir.
just foghorn noises.
no, really though.
Okay, so the three council members for the shamans are here, and it's the four of you and Marek.
Marek?
Take
Tell
it
'em.
away.
I'm very sorry, Morin. And Morin just kind of looks at him. You knew what you were doing when you left.
He was trying to protect this forest.
Aren't you foghorning?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
foghorning.
really? Oh,
Bwah! He knew what he was doing when he left. Bwah! He was trying to protect the forest. Bwah!
Small still in
You're still saying it super loudly.
He's a great man!
Yeah, so so Marek
Yes.
is explaining
Yes.
what happened.
So Marek explains the details of the Scourge of the King. Morin and the other two members, though, do not believe him because they despise Marek for what he is.
Brielle and Lance are dead. They entered the tomb of the first king, and their lives were drained.
Drained by what?
Ghosts. Ghosts.
How about we all continuously just lose our minds?
Yeah, so ghosts. Elvish ghosts.
Elvish ghosts.
Yep.
How did they enter the tomb?
They were already there.
Their bodies were there. They were buried there.
No, the Brielle and Lance.
Oh,
They ran in.
They ran in.
Because it was open.
And he just looks at Marek and he... How long has the tomb been open? And Marek just tells them that it's been open about 50 years, 60 years now.
Maybe somebody should have checked on Marek.
We thought he only left because of the lycanthropy.
He's been protecting your town and the forest this whole time.
And Marek just kind of like...
Goddamn-
yeah, you know.
Goddamn right I did.
Been doing the right thing.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the three elders. You guys fucking suck at running a village.
But things have been so peaceful and prosperous here these last 50
Because
years.
of this
And
guy.
Marek just kind of like, you know,
It's who
still
I am.
mostly me. Good old Marek. But if Lance and Brielle are dead and the tomb is open, how are the elves faring?
Not sure. Didn't see any elves other than ghosts.
That's not great.
I mean, elves eventually die.
That is also true. But why would they be burying other elves in the tomb of the king?
Because he was an elf.
But if it was... I would think they would have made a crypt just for the king himself. Why would they bury other elves there?
To protect his spirit.
Ghost guardians, I suppose.
Possibly other royalty.
Oh!
I mean, that's what I thought. But
Oh yeah, because they said
Home.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, maybe.
yeah.
But-
Other elves of royal blood would also be buried there. Possibly his direct lineage.
Oh. Well, we've not had much negotiation with the elves in a few years since we struck peace. Things have been kept quiet for some time now.
God.
But we struck peace because we knew they were struggling against the forces of Loth that they said beneath the ground. So we decided that they would permit us access to the Greatwood to be able to use for timber for the village.
The forest is dead, as you can see here.
And he just looks back, and it looks beautiful.
It's dead.
It's still...
We're in, aren't we?
No,
No,
you guys were
we're
outside
outside.
the village.
Okay. I thought we were
if
in.
you
No.
cross into the Greatwood, it is withered and decaying and rotting.
I must see for myself.
All right, let's go.
And the three elderly
Stupid
men just start
fucking elders. And I say that, by the way. Stupid fucks.
You don't know all the wisdom we possess, young man.
You can have a lot of wisdom, but your intelligence real low.
And they enter the forest, and they just kind of see that it's decrepit and decayed. My God.
Yeah, shit's bad.
And they just all stop, and they look at Marek. Where is the tomb?
We can't go there.
What do you mean?
You can't go there.
We must cleanse it.
Cleanse it?
Yes, to stop the spread of this disease, the elders and I, we can combine our powers to cleanse the tomb.
I don't
I'm
know
like
if that'll
holding
do
back
it.
my laughter, like.
Yeah, sure it can.
I don't think that'll do it.
You can try.
There was a lot of ghosts.
Oh.
A lot of ghosts.
Just don't even have puppets, just
I don't think you guys can do it. I think you'll need help from the elves.
from the elves.
Are they of royal blood? These.
There is no royalty in Endon.
Like, well, I mean, there's no reason for them to.
Nah, they don't. No, I mean,
You would need the help of the elves. We'd have to go to the capital.
We can go to Thelahill.
Now?
It is of dire need to purify the Greatwood.
is it
Oh,
still
okay.
daytime?
We'll just fix it right now then. This is easy.
I mean, we could go to the capital.
All right, let's go to the capital.
Is it still daytime?
I mean, it's like late evening now.
Okay. So is it?
Oh.
Can I see the stars now coming out?
What's the moon?
Start
Moon.
late.
Looking at the moon.
Oh no, it's not a full moon.
Okay.
Can I,
Great.
can I find my star that I?
The infernal.
Yeah.
And no, it's not in the sky.
Because it's in
We should rest and gather supplies and set out for the Elven capital.
in
But
the
he said-
morning.
Perhaps a long rest.
Yes,
Very long
indeed.
rest.
We should go in the morning.
But I don't know if the elves can offer us much assistance. We would be desecrating their royal chambers.
It's
mean-
already desecrated.
I think when they see the woods, they'll understand.
Possibly, yes.
And I just kind of like look at us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Devil, lizard, dwarf, angel,
Grimdar.
Gorg.
Grimdar.
Fallen.
Let's go to the capital.
Fuck it at this point. What the fuck else can go wrong?
Seems legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's head to the capital.
We're off to see.
We're gonna head back. We gotta sleep. Gotta take a long rest.
Nah, fuck that. Capital.
No, long rest.
Long
time.
rest.
Long
Well,
rest.
She used her wings. I didn't use my slots, but we're good. It's fine.
I didn't use my
Didn't use my slots yet.
I can
Slots?
always. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go back to Endon.
Yes.
We can set out for Thelahill tomorrow.
I think that would be best.
We've also restored the health of your dragon.
Oh, thank you.
Yay!
Oh yes, she was very thankful.
I'm gonna sleep with her.
Has
I'm
Tuck
gonna
done
sleep with
anything weird?
Hufflepuff.
Has Tuck done anything weird?
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
No, he's mostly been walking around town introducing himself to everyone.
Oh, he's.
Oh, no.
Why are you all laughing?
Anyone been acting weird?
Has anyone been acting weird? The town's been rather joyous and
Did
exuberant.
he give them soup?
Oh yes, he offered to cook.
Do you know?
Uh,
Did you check the soup?
What do you mean
Don't
check
drink
the soup?
You know we have dust, right? This is how this whole situation started. He knows not to give anybody dust, right?
Oh no. I mean, he knew to not give them dust, but
He may have anyway.
Maybe if you're saying they're joyous, but they weren't losing their minds, then maybe it was just a light sprinkling, seasoning,
A little taste.
a little taste of the good stuff.
You saw
Perhaps.
the little taste of the lance.
I mean, that was pure though. That wasn't mixed in with anything.
Yeah.
This shit dissolves in soup.
Perhaps. I'm hoping everyone is well.
Yo, they're well already.
Let's go back to town.
Yeah, let's go back to town. Woo! And we all lock arms and skip. We're off to see the town.
The wonderful town of town.
Town. Holy shit.
Okay, so you guys are walking back. You leave the threshold of the Greatwood. You again step back out, and it feels like
I make sure all three of the others look fake.
Just like you.
Just I don't say that.
no. So now that you guys step out, all of the trees are withered
Oh,
because guess who walked out of the Greatwood?
Ooh.
fuck.
Oh no.
Wait, who? What do you mean?
Merrick.
Wait. But he walked out before and it looked fine.
It
Well,
just took
yeah,
more
it's
time.
lingering. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't instantly go away. It's
Mm-hmm.
dissipated.
Yeah. So
All
you
right.
guys are walking back
Yeah.
towards Endon, and the crowd is, "Oh my fuck!"
And I'm just like
Well,
straight faced. What?
Are,
Oh.
are
The
you?
trees.
This is exactly what we tried to
The
prevent.
trees are fine. Shut up.
Trees.
Yeah, they're trees. I just yell it. Yeah, they're trees. Trees.
Druids.
They're
Oh.
dead trees.
No, they're not. They're not dead. What are you talking about? Did you guys have any of Tuck's soup?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Side
hallucinating.
effect. Yeah, it's a hallucination.
He has some funny stuff in
Why
it.
would he sell hallucination soup?
So you
just-
guys
it's a
have a good
reaction.
time.
It's happy soup.
Happy soup.
Does this make you
I
happy?
love happy
See,
soup.
you're happy.
I am
Everything's fine.
so I'm gonna go get more soup.
Yeah,
What's
let's all
your-
go back to
what's
town
your
and
last
get more
name
soup.
there, friend?
Lesser of two evils.
My
right
last
now.
name?
Yeah,
Swift.
Of course it is. I can tell.
What's his name?
His
Swift.
last name is Swift.
What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to look at my
Say something
Name
funny.
tag.
Say something funny.
Tauros.
Why? I want to throw this at you.
H, like Horos or Poros?
Taurus.
Tauros.
Taurus.
Poros. Neither of those.
WHOREUS.
Taross.
No, Toross.
T-O-R-
Tauros.
okay.
So is he the only one we're
Tauros.
convinced?
Taurus Swift.
Did we
Have you seen my wife?
What's her name?
Did you become Mexican?
Have you seen my wife?
Wait, what?
That's Italian. What's happening?
Octavia!
Octavian's back.
Went from Jonathan to just a Mexican
Have
man.
you seen my wife?
Who's your wife?
Brielle.
Let's go have some more soup, buddy.
Gotta have some happy
But
soup.
she's supposed to have soup with me.
She's had
will-
happy soup.
We have to go back to town first.
Is
She might be there. She
might
might.
be.
She
It's-
might.
Oh, great.
Definitely possible.
He just runs towards, and you can see as he runs in, there's like a central town opening, and there's like a large bonfire going. There's an enormous cauldron of soup, and Tuck's at the top of like a very large ladder, and he's got an enormous thing.
Lauren, this is what I'm
stirring.
talking about.
I'm looking
Tuck,
at
what have
Merrick.
you done?
I'm looking at Merrick like, "Ooh."
Oh,
Tuck.
hey, what's going on,
Tuck,
Grimdar?
you didn't, nothing, you didn't,
I didn't cut anyone's
No,
throats.
you didn't.
No, why would I
no,
cut throats?
you didn't, what did you put in the stew, the soup? What did you, none
You're a
of the,
special ingredient?
Oh yes.
no!
What do you mean?
Did you put a lot of it?
Oh yes.
Oh,
Oh, the amethyst.
Okay, all right, I run
what?
up, I run up to the cauldron, I'm gonna pick this little fucker up.
Enormous fucking cauldron.
Is it like the size of a building?
Yes.
Oh my god.
He's
so I'm
just
I'm
wow.
leaping and I'm like, Dr. Jordan.
So you're gonna
Channel-
jump on and
Oh,
grab
yeah.
the side.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you don't have resistance to fire.
Wait, no,
I'll do
wait,
it.
there's not a ladder or anything for me to get up
Yeah.
there?
Oh, you're jumping onto the ladder, not the
Yes,
edge
not
of the
the
cauldron.
He
itself.
grabbed him, called.
I thought you said you were gonna jump onto the cauldron.
Cauldron?
Okay, so you leap up the ladder.
Yeah.
Okay, so you jump up and you're just like right below Tuck, and you can like see up. And he's not wearing underneath anything of that skirt.
Oh,
Do I see the wand?
Yeah, so you can see his wand dangling down between his knees.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Tuck up and bring him down to
his
my level.
knees.
Oh, yes.
Whoa.
God damn.
How else do you think I made the mold?
That shit is a staff. That's not a wand. That shit is a walking stick.
A quarterstaff, one might say.
Tuck?
And you just try to pick him up, and you like, as you pull him out, like you see an enormous wand. stretching out from the cauldron, and he's just like wiggling over your head,
Tuck.
and it's like dangling down beneath the edges of the hem of his tunic. Oh, I got a stir brand. Did you want me to use instead?
No, Tuck. Do you know what it does to them? Why do you think Lance ran off?
Oh, it makes them happy.
No, it's a really bad side effect on them.
Yes.
Oh, but they've all already eaten.
Okay, well, if they start going crazy, you need to make up a plan to make them not crazy.
I'll give them more soup.
No!
Oh.
Not more.
Do you have an antidote for this
not
stuff?
Oh, more soup?
Yeah, we're talking to an addict here.
Usually whenever I start to feel bad, I just have more soup and I'm right back to me.
Tuck, I will throw
And
you
he just
in.
kind of like licks the wand.
Oh, okay.
Goody!
I put him down, and I'm like, all right, you know what? He can deal with it.
He just kind of plops back down.
Yep, and I just go back down the
And
ladder.
he just,
We gotta talk to the elders.
We
there's
need
some
that
big
long rest.
bears in here who are gonna enjoy this stew.
Okay.
It's really funny because I know as a halfling he's not like that short, but I just picture him as like a fucking gnome. I don't know why. I just picture him as like he's
big?
just
Like,
yeah.
I
like
mean,
he's not.
he's like 3.5
Yeah, I
feet
mean,
tall.
like, exactly. But in my mind, it's just he's a fucking like gnome, just with a giant, giant dick.
He is who he is.
okay, so, yeah.
Ooh, and you just, as you like climb down the ladder, you see that there's a line of people, but they're not people. They're all various animal forms.
What do we
and they're all
see?
like,
What do we see? What do we see?
like, you know, a bunch of bears, some wolves. You see some smaller animals like
Huge
rabbits.
gangbang going.
You see a bunch of like flying birds, just like, oh, gotta get the stew.
Oh, I am
Tuck.
not gonna.
What?
Tuck.
They love it.
Tuck.
I think I found a new home.
Oh no!
Tuck.
No!
Tuck, look over at the Greatwood for me.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's but the stew's doing it, right? The happy stew's doing it.
Oh yeah, they'll feel better.
Yeah, the happy stew is doing it, and I wink at him.
Oh, killing the trees?
No,
Making
no.
them see that it looks like it's dead.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
there,
yeah, the stew does that, right?
The
Side
trees aren't dead at all,
Yes,
everyone.
yes,
No, don't
good.
look at the trees. The dead tree's right over there. That's just your
my God.
That's
stew.
the stew. That's the stew. It's the happy stew. Okay, now that we've convinced
goody.
everybody.
Like, all the animals just look over and they're like, whatever.
Yeah,
fucking.
good.
They're just, like, eagerly holding, like, bowls and, like, paws out. And, like,
Can't-
the birds are just, like, dipping their beaks into the stew. Just,
Okay. All right. So, oh, we gotta go talk to
Oh,
what's his name? Horace. Horman.
Torman.
Horace.
Toros.
Horos?
Toros,
Dude, I
with it the
wrote
god?
it how I said I was gonna write it.
Toros.
Is it Toros?
Yes,
Yeah, T.
Toross.
Not Horos. Okay.
Okay, so you're going to look for Toros?
Yes.
So he actually went back towards his house, and he's just kind of like at his small little teepee style thing, but it's like animal hides on the edges.
All right, and we
You see that he's just like standing and he's like holding the flap open and he's like desperately looking inside and he doesn't see anyone.
do we see Morin anywhere?
Morin? No, you don't see
Marek?
Morin. Marek is with you guys.
Okay, Marek, we're gonna need you to explain what happened again.
Oh boy.
Oh, I suppose I can tell the young man the grave news, of course. Your family died. I'm so sorry. And he just looks at me and he's like, ah! Ah! You guys forgot I'm a Swift, didn't you? We're not known for our,
yeah.
That's okay. It's
our
better coming
manners.
from family.
Oh, yes. Oh, by the way, I'm related to you. Who? Marek. Marek who? Swift. I thought I was related to you. Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh, you're the one who's been gone forever. Yeah, I was protecting the forest. Protecting the forest? Yeah, the forest is dead.
No,
The forest is dead!
No,
And
it's
everyone
not.
just
No,
looks
no,
over
no,
and
no.
goes,
It's the stew. It's the stew.
I haven't had any stew.
Yes, you have.
And now, oh god.
Yeah,
just
you
don't
did.
remember.
Gryffindor,
Roll
Gryffindor,
for
cover his mouth.
deception, because this man's not fucked up.
Cover his
All right, he
mouth.
rolled a 5.
Cover his
Okay.
mouth.
10.
Damn, all right, you got him.
Okay.
When did
He's fine.
I had stew?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it good?
It was
You loved
delicious.
it,
The
dude.
best
I
you've
did?
ever had.
Yeah. It blew your mind. You even forgot you'd had it.
Is there more?
Tons.
Not yet. They're being made. You'll have some later. Let's not have him get.
What's
one
that big pot though?
Yeah,
That's-
it's a stew.
You can't have it yet. It's not done.
Yeah,
Everyone's in line, and he just sees like Tuck just eagerly like ladling over there. Ooh, come get the fresh stew.
We shouldn't have him addicted yet. We should.
Yet.
That's
We
the last
should
resort.
wait to get him addicted for a little bit. just until the time is right.
And then we hit him with
Yeah.
stuff.
We get him hooked.
Yeah, we give him a lot of stew.
By the way, I don't know how Tuck's gonna make any money off this. I don't get that.
He doesn't. Whatever.
Oh, I'm already rich enough. I don't need money.
Oh, I
At
don't know.
this
You can hear
point-
me, Tuck, Mr. Mind Your Own Fucking Business.
At this point, I just enjoy the party.
He's such a scary old man.
And you just actually start hearing like the very loud, vibrant sounds of animals
Oh,
doing
my.
animal things, and Tuck's just
Okay. I'm
and
going
he's
to
like
bed.
pointing at like
I'm
a pair of pigs in the distance. Oh yes,
All right, that's pretty funny, Tuck.
Tuck did find a new home indeed, and he just
Where's
like starts climbing down the ladder.
Is he humming Celebration as he's climbing down?
Celebrate Tuck times. Come on! I better get my suit. I'll be right back.
Where's the Phantom?
Don't finish, pigs! And he just like scurries back towards the boat.
Where's the
Going to
Phantom?
bed.
Yeah,
Where's
we sh-
Sephantis? Oh, you don't see Sephantis.
What do you mean?
She's not here.
She's now on the ship?
No.
Where's Pifflepuff?
With Sephantis.
Well, yeah, but I mean.
So I'm gonna go back on board the ship
Okay.
because.
So yeah, you go back towards the ship and you see that like Jacob and Suta are just, sitting on the deck on like, small chairs, like little stools.
I'll wave to them. Hello.
Oh, Bran.
Have you guys seen Sephantis?
She went underground.
Like, where?
And they just point like out towards the outskirts of the village.
Did she say when she was coming back, or?
She said she needed to raise Pifflepuff in their home.
They fucking left in the Underdark. Wait, that means there's a hole in the Underdark, which means Lolth is gonna come here.
I mean, the
I just
Grey
start
Dwarves had to
throwing
come
dirt
from
into the
somewhere.
hole.
No. Leave it.
The Grey Dwarves had to come from somewhere.
Oh, my.
There are holes everywhere.
Did she not realize?
Oh,
what
yeah,
she-
there are holes
I'm gonna
everywhere.
look at Suta and Jacob and say, does she not realize what she just did?
No, she said something of some magic she could sense beneath the ground here.
So she went toward it.
Yes.
Oh boy.
She said it was pure. There was
Oh.
a certain purity to it.
Well, that's
And
Jonathan.
She said she wanted to
No?
to take Pifflepuff to it. She felt it would be a good home to raise her daughter.
Maybe it's good.
I'm the only one that knows.
Maybe it's the devil.
What?
I'm the only one that knows. I'm gonna head toward it.
Towards what?
The hole.
Okay, so
We're gonna take a long rest first.
Yeah.
No. No.
we do.
just auto-tune Bran. No.
No. Long rest my ass.
So you're going towards this hole, Bran?
I am.
Okay.
I'll go with him.
All right. So
Yeah.
I'm just,
Partying?
yes. I had
you
some of the
just see
soup.
like Tuck just walking back, like zipping himself, and you see him walking towards these pigs in like mud.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, I need some entertainment. I'm gonna go follow Tuck.
Oh my god.
I mean, you wouldn't show me any affection.
Oh my god, is that affection?
Aren't you guys related?
So you just see Tuck just like walk over to the pigs and like he just sees them doing stuff and he just looks back and he sees Nina and he says, I think this is a little outside your age bracket, dear.
Oh, here's a zip.
And then you hear,
I slowly back away and go sit
and
in a
he just
hole.
like pulls out his little like lyre and he just, or his little like viola and he just.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess I follow them then.
And then you hear, oink.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm running. I'm running.
I can be a pig at times. I know.
I'm running.
So you run after the three of them.
Yeah. Guys, wait up!
Oh God, he's doing it to pigs.
What's wrong? Did you see something weird?
No, not at all.
Yeah, you definitely did.
No.
What'd you think Tuck was gonna do?
Okay, so as you guys approach the outskirts of Endon, she went northwest, and you get about a mile out of town, and you come and find yourself at this large, like, about 40-foot wide hole into the ground.
Good lord.
And I
Yeah.
ask you, why the rush? Why do I have to go here all of a sudden?
And you see it just kind of like, it's like a crater down into the ground.
I'm gonna reach my hand over.
What
and
do
an
you know that we
Arcana
don't
check.
know?
You're gonna reach over and do an Arcana check? Okay, go ahead.
Oh boy. Well, 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay, so you sense a powerful energy, more powerful than what you sensed of Loth or Adonites.
Oh God.
What do you sense?
Like, massive, like as soon as you reach over, like your hand begins to shake.
The well.
Oh
Well,
fuck.
There's a cat.
Fuck.
What?
The wishing well.
Oh.
What?
What?
Well, we found it.
Most likely, it's way stronger than anything I've ever felt before. Can't you guys feel it?
I just
do
stick my hand
Arcana
over
check.
and feel nothing.
I do an Arcana check.
Why would you feel?
What did you
nothing?
roll for your Arcana check?
15.
15? Okay, so when you reach over it, you can feel as though it was described to Bran, like this pure magical essence, as though it's not a living entity giving off this force. Okay. This is exclusively like, okay. And like, it doesn't sting, but your hand vibrates so dramatically that like you impulsively pull it back.
Okay.
So kind of like, honestly, if you wore like a shock collar,
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
Yeah. Should we jump in?
I mean,
We gotta go see the elves.
And this is always where I offer you plot divergence and see where you go.
Why are we here again? I forgot.
What do you mean, why are we here?
Why are we in Endon?
Sophantis is down there.
Yeah.
Why are
Hear
we in
loud
Endon?
Yeah.
squealing in the distance.
To run away from Wall.
Oh.
Oh God. Talk no.
Oh. So I mean, if we
What the fuck is that?
You don't want to know.
Should-
Maybe
what do you
looked over when I
No, what the tuck is that?
Ooh.
so what do you think we should do? I think we should go here. This is our original goal. Was it?
I don't
Second
know if
original?
Second
I don't remember.
We've
One
had
of
so
our
many goals.
originals.
Well,
I think we should go here. I'm going here.
we planned to go to the capital. However,
I dive down into the
should
well.
we bring Merrick?
what? No.
I didn't say it was a well. I told you there's an enormous hole here.
Then I do not dive.
I was definitely gonna go. Nope.
We've had such bad energy, and this is the first good-ish in energy. Maybe we should try going and try to see if there's a nice person.
How do we
Nice
get down
thing.
there?
I look down and I'm like, jump.
No, we could climb. You'd have to roll. Well,
Yeah, like tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
Well,
we
What
could
if
see
we-
if they have climbing equipment
or
in the
just
town.
ask Merrick to become a bird and we could just sit and fucking have him.
How big do you think birds are?
He's a big werewolf, dude. He could become some big
He
ass.
became a small mouse. It's not like a
He could be a
sizing
big bird.
He could be a big bird. He's yellow,
Iffy?
really tall,
He's iffy.
orange beak,
Maybe they
orange
can turn
legs.
into eagles.
I mean,
We should bring Merrick with us.
I feel like
agree.
we should rest this where I can get my wings back.
Your
first,
wings
just in case.
won't do anything to anything down there.
We do need to rest before we leave.
Why do we need to rest, Grimdar? What cooldowns do you need?
What?
We need to get supplies for the journey. And We should rest. We shouldn't set out while it's dark. We should set out during the day.
Dorg don't like the dark.
Dorg, do you like the dark?
No!
It's
Just
clearly
very visibly
Yeah.
Grimdark again. Didn't even pull out the skull. Just,
No, Dorg's on my belt right now. No! I don't!
So in the town, you can hear really now a whole kind of like litany of sounds.
Oh,
of,
that's a fucking animal.
Fucking.
Woo!
I'm done.
Oh my
You
god.
hear frogs and fucking dogs and cats, and pigs, fucking cows. Shit, I can't sleep at night.
We can sleep on the ship.
Let's sleep on the ship.
Yep.
You stay with us.
I want to do a trust fall.
No, 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 no,
I'm
no.
gonna
no.
step aside.
Oh.
No, need to rest on the ship.
Let's just do that.
Okay. I'm sure this will be here in the morning. I'm just gonna.
Why don't we? Can I like grab a rock nearby and drop it and see how?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna drop it and. I don't hear any. That's a deep fall. Okay.
It's magical. Are you sure?
No. There was no crash. That's deep.
It's deep.
It's very deep.
Ooh!
Oh my
Oh my god, what the fuck
It is your Brick's hammer.
Oh! The hammer is just vibrating towards the hole, like pulling Grimdar over by the head. No, Brick!
Wait, is it really? No. Oh, okay, because I was like, we can revive him.
Should I?
We
Should I
might
help
actually be able to with the well.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that though. We're not gonna use the well.
For Brick. For Brick, though.
No.
I would do it for Brick.
I would
You
No.
could
I
have
haven't been
one
able to meet
wish.
Brick.
Yeah, one wish, guys. Would it really be to bring Brick back?
Yes. Actually, no. It'd be to bring my mom back.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know what to do.
Uh-oh.
What should we do?
My wish wouldn't be that.
Uh-oh.
What is she to you? She's my
nobody to
mom,
me.
so what?
She's nobody to me.
Oh, really?
She's nobody to me.
I
Yeah.
don't
Wow.
like you anymore, Olive.
If we're going
Yeah.
to the well.
It's almost like when there's one wish and 4 people becomes
I could see the end of this story.
becomes real hard to
I
determine.
wish Dorg was real.
You just like jump in. It really is the wishing well. You just pop Dork's skull in.
Yeah, everyone else is off like chatting about what to do, and Grimdar just walks up with the skull. I wish he was real.
And it's just a skeleton emerges. It's me, Dork.
Just dancing to the trumpet.
Scary skeleton.
We just play Halloween music. Campaign over.
Grimdar, no! Why did you do this? He's here. It's Dorg. I love him.
Are we going back to the ship, or are we entering the hole?
I mean, we would have to get climbing equipment to go in the hole.
I know.
You want to jump in a crater?
Yeah.
There's fall damage.
Superhero landing.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I was gonna do.
We gotta make it think of something. What are you doing?
If we jump in the hole and wipe, yeah, whatever.
No.
I don't think the god would do that.
Oh, he would. He would.
Be like, look, it's right here. It's fine. We should probably help the capital city.
We have to.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
I think we if this is a well, we need to go see if it is and go there. Now.
Not your well.
Says who?
All
Oh,
this
did
is
you
happening.
forget?
I'm walking back to the ship. I'm going to bed.
All right, so as you're walking back, you can see Marek is just kind of like walking over towards you guys.
He's not
What?
taking part.
What is going on with your crew, young lady?
I look at him. How big of an eagle can he become?
A regular-sized eagle.
What's a regular-sized eagle in this magical world?
I mean,
This.
Could we ride you?
oh,
Not like that.
Not sexually. We need transportation into a giant hole in the ground.
Can he become a?
you all ask for very strange things.
Can he become a big mole?
I mean, I could try.
How does that help us?
I mean, he could always just become a werewolf and we just, woo.
Well, I mean,
It's true.
he is 10
Jonathan
feet
didn't
tall.
seem to take fall damage.
Jonathan did not take fall damage.
What do you mean Jonathan didn't take fall damage?
Jonathan leapt around like a fucking superhero.
Oh. Well, when he was born, I could tell that there was an energy to him that I'd not ever sensed before.
Yeah, we might know a little bit about that.
What do you mean?
Olive, would you like to
Bran?
enlighten our friend?
Bran, I mean, you know more about this than I do.
No, I don't know anything
You were
about
kind of dunked in that too.
Dunked?
it. No, I wasn't.
Slam dunked.
In the well.
In the well?
The well.
No.
Lillian dunked him in the well.
What well?
No, not the well.
The well?
The what was it called? The magical water. I forget what it's called.
What?
The magical water where I became egg Bran. Bran egg.
That was just regular sea.
I thought it was the well.
No, that
Well, that
wasn't.
wasn't the well.
It was
it
It
was-
was,
that
it
was
was
not the
runoff
well.
from the battle of.
What
it was
monster?
definitely seawater.
The Leviathan.
The
Yeah.
Leviathan Springs.
Yes, Oh, okay, that's what we're calling it.
Yes.
That.
Oh!
The Leviathan Springs, obviously. Come on.
Coming in 2019.
He was dunked in this water?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what
Like
happened?
Dr. Jordan dunked.
Oh!
Don't know if you've met him yet.
Who's
Great
Dr.
guy.
Jordan?
He's a doctor.
It's Jordan.
He's
All
got
right.
Jordan.
His vertical jump put you to shame.
We'll see about that.
He turns into a fucking kangaroo.
Yeah.
Boing!
Doesn't matter.
But what do you mean Jonathan was dunked in this by Lillian?
No. Here's Jonathan. Springs. In the springs.
Repeatedly. Just until.
Whoop,
Yep.
whoop, whoop.
Until
Yeah, whatever she says.
he was strong enough.
Super Jonathan.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was chemically altered.
Where is he? You said now he's in the possession of Loth?
Unfortunately, yes.
Probably being forced to.
Probably make more spiders. More super
I'm
spiders.
like,
Oh my god!
Threw it down into the hole into the
I
other-
left the crypt and you're still here.
At this point, you should have a spider pad. I'm just saying.
yeah. Just a personal throw up friend. Just like, where are
Personal
you?
throw up friend.
What a
Oh,
weird relationship.
what title? Yeah, I'm Olive's throw up friend. You know, whenever she needs.
I'm her royal throw up
Oh
friend.
my God. We got to make a decision about what we're doing because we got to wrap it up.
I know. I don't know what to do though. I really don't know what to do.
I'm gonna start climbing down the hole.
We really shouldn't.
I'm not gonna start climbing up that hole. All right, I'm gonna sleep right next to the hole.
What is this crater here?
Oh, syphilis made it.
Sephantis.
Fantas.
That one.
Who
The
is
dragon. It's a dragon.
We brought a
brought a
dragon,
dragon?
with us. Yeah, we brought a dragon with us.
Why
by the
didn't
way.
you bring the dragon in the woods?
Because the
She was
dragon was injured.
Oh.
Because as we said previously, God battle.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
And she
Fucking Swifts.
dug down through the ground?
Yes.
They can do that.
Oh. Why did she do it?
No
You
reason.
know, we might actually get allies out of this if we actually help them. We kind of need them.
Help who?
We need to help the elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to help
have
the
to
elves.
help
We
them.
have
We
to
have
help
to
the
help
elves.
We could
And
probably.
he just walks over towards the hole.
Careful.
Careful. We're gonna go and. We're not doing that yet. No. You stop that.
Careful.
No.
And he just kind of like makes a fist and brings it back.
No. We're gonna go help the elves. Let's do that, and then we go back here.
Yeah, too late.
I mean, what?
Don't you? This is
What? What is it, boy?
there's a god down here.
Do you know of this god? Is it a familiar feeling?
It feels like the god of the land.
Is that a good god?
Oh yes,
The god of what
We
land?
need a good god on our team.
the land.
The what
All
land?
of the land.
Oh.
That,
All
that,
of
that
the
might
land.
help the
You
Greatwood
mean
in the
like
end.
like their gods, and then there's like the big G. Is that where?
Not the big G.
Then this might actually
The
help
lady
them.
from the big G.
This might help.
The,
Let's do it. This in the long run might help them
them and the elves.
Yes.
Can't go to the.
The land god, and then bring back the forest. They're happy again. We're also cracked up on soup.
Okay.
That might help. If there's truly a god down there.
And he just, I mean,
I kind of know. I know who it is. Probably.
I think we should help.
But how are we gonna get in this hole anyway?
We can't get in the hole now. We have to go to the capital.
Yeah.
You know, and I look at us again. You know.
We have to help the elves.
I thought this would help the elves too.
All right. I
It might.
say we rest for the night, a long rest, and then
We'll make a decision.
we, like we planned with Morin, go to the capital.
Okay.
I think so.
Let's see,
So
it's
where do we sleep for the evening?
The
Ship.
The
I'm sleeping right next to the hole.
out.
I wouldn't advise that.
Yeah, I really wouldn't advise that.
Remember what happened the last
You know
time
what?
you were left somewhere?
I'm gonna stay awake and watch.
The hole?
I'm gonna watch, the hole,
Okay.
because I don't need.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Watching the hole.
Okay, so the other three of you journey back towards the ship.
Yes.
Is it
You-
near the ship? Like, can I see it from the ship?
Yeah, you can see. Or
Alright.
no, you can't see the hole from the ship. You can see the ship from the hole.
Okay. Then I'll just build a little campfire, sit there, and just write in my little tome.
Okay. So the three of you journey back towards the ship, and I'm guessing you're staying in your relative quarters. As you're walking past, you see the ravaging, I guess I'll say, going on within the village of Endon.
I just put blinders on. Like, I don't see anything.
I'm just gonna be like, oh
I
my
covered Dorn's
tuck.
eyes.
I don't
Too young for this.
I'm
Door.
writing in my tome. Nina, do you want to stay with me tonight?
Okay.
Don't encourage it.
So as the three of you get back to the ship and you return to your quarters and you tucker in for sleep,
Tucker.
we will finish with Olive while you are sitting here by the hole at your little campfire, writing in your tome. You hear an echoing shriek resonating out of the hole.
Is this shriek familiar?
Yes. It's almost like the shriek of Cephantus.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll close there.
Oh boy.
Before I go to bed,
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading that damn book.
Which book? The general knowledge book?
Yes.
Which section did you want to read?
Oh god, what are the sections?
In terms of the general history, because you got this book from Zedilia, you have the general history of Zedilia, you had the general history of the elves. There is minor information on Hoth, and then there is a portion of the book that pertains to Endon.
Okay, I will look at the section on the elves where
Okay.
I left off, if there's any left.
No, that was the conclusion of the section of the elves, beginning with the King Arland,
Okay.
the one who is the current king.
Then I'll look at the section on Endon.
Okay. For Endon, all that Zedilia has is that Endon is ruled by the Druid Triumvirate, which is the council of 3 of the elder shamans who serve as the highest voting council and representations for calling Endon to war for their militia.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, friends, thank you for watching tonight. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. We will be back either next Saturday or Sunday. I'll let you guys know once we figure out the schedule. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. We will be back. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.